I come to the store very often and I enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Fucking Chuck Norris.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
Put that coffee down.
All right, let's kick it off with a roll call. Sacco.
You see why you scum.
Tiger.
Gelman.
Waffle. Babyface.
I need to cut my nails.
Tough Tony.
Still here, everybody.
And I'm Edward O'Hare, nickname to be determined. Welcome to WCBJ, the Comic Book Jones podcast, coming to you from 2220 Forest Avenue, Staten Island, New York.
Hey, it's us.
Live studio audience.
I thought you just looked at your iPad to show us something. Like, hey, everyone, begin the show. Look at this.
And tonight, what's different tonight?
We have a new YouTube crew.
Oh, do we?
Ooh.
Yes.
That's because Matt Flick is going to better himself at the College of Staten Island.
And Kenny Schiebel
Good
got
luck.
kicked out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
no,
Kenny didn't do much for the last couple of
we
weeks.
have,
His camera
I'm
Pick on Gelman.
I didn't get their last names, but the lovely Aaron and Elliot.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Aaron,
it just
you're
comes
lovely,
out.
Aaron.
Boom, at the beginning. Yeah, you really like
Yeah,
that?
He's gonna
fun-
remember you, buddy.
It's funny. I think the second Aaron walked in with his actual
second
tripod.
Aaron? There's only one
I
Aaron.
think Kenny felt intimidated.
And the fact that Aaron's actually walking around and moving the camera and
This
putting
one's
it on
Elliot.
people who are
Elliot.
talking. I'm sorry, Will.
Well,
Well,
I'm
also
sorry. I'll get there, Elliot. I swear.
immediately Aaron jumped in front of the camera and said hello, which I think is more than Matt ever wanted to be on camera.
No, yeah.
Sadly.
Aaron has a pull list. as well.
I also
It's a little
figure.
tough for Matt to get up and say hello, too, you know what I mean?
Oh.
I also
Being
figure
honest.
sometime in the next 2 weeks they'll both have Jones names and we'll be calling them that. Anyway.
I don't know about that.
So it takes more than 2 weeks.
You don't make those decisions, Ed. You're still to be determined.
This is true. This is true.
Carbonara behind us doesn't even have a Jones name.
Just stuck.
Yeah.
TBD stuck.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
They took no effort on us.
Yeah, Tony is now Tough Tony Iron Eagle Jones. Never say die.
Never
die.
Double T, I to the E.
That's right.
Also
known as Maverick.
How you feeling, Tiger? You're awfully quiet tonight.
Shut up, Dad.
All right.
It's not like it on the line. Shut up, Dad.
Don't ever
Can't
ask
make
me
you
how
talk.
I'm feeling.
That snowball mic still amazes
But
me.
are you
Pick
having
up
a good
Tiger.
day?
No, it's a trick question.
Yeah,
Tiger doesn't
Tiger?
feel.
Tiger's having a good day? Yeah? You like that water?
Why are you talking to me in
What?
a condescending voice?
And like in the third person.
Oh, I don't know.
Is Tiger having a good day, Tiger?
You want me to fire you? Is that what you want?
No. Why would you fire me?
Lighten his mood.
I mean, we fired Tough Tony last week.
Oh,
You're
still
not
be
you're
here.
not the we.
Yeah, that
It's
face
the
was
Zab.
priceless. Yeah, I love Tony's. I really don't know if it's a joke face.
Yeah.
that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
I like when Tony's not sure if we're joking. Like, hey guys, could you want to keep it down a little bit? Thanks. Jesus Christ! I'm just fucking. You're here at a podcast. Shut up.
Ain't no ice cream social.
I'm sure if the door wasn't locked, Tony would have just stormed out and just like stayed outside for like 2 minutes and then came back composed.
We only keep Tony around because he does the things that we don't want to do.
Wow. It's like Charlie work. I was about to say that, you son of a bitch.
Charlie work. For those who don't, the uninitiated, we're talking about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Which is the dirty work, like cleaning the toilets.
And if you've never seen that show,
King of the Rats.
you definitely need to watch that show if you've never seen it.
Oh
Yeah.
man, but see, if we made Tony do that after you took a dump, you would just tell me like, Tony, spray the bathroom.
I'd just make Tony wipe my ass at that point.
Wow. I like my ass.
Tony dirty! Stouter men than you have tried, Waffle. Stouter men. That means that they're shorter and fatter.
I don't think I need to hear those stories.
Speaking of Tony, something is suspiciously absent from the table.
Well, Babyface ate the fried food tonight.
But Tony also ate something that I couldn't even fucking identify.
Well, Ed knew what it was across the table.
I knew what it was immediately. It was a meatball parm on Italian urban cheese bread from
Look, you look
Subway.
so
He
pleased.
closed his eyes. He closed his eyes and smelled. By the way, he didn't even need to see it. Ed has the reaction of like Cap in the Avengers, and he's like, "I got that reference. I got it."
But the cheese looked yellow.
This is probably hours old.
Is it American cheese on a palm?
Well, no, it was toasted, so it was probably the mix between what's supposed to
Gonna
be
let
a
Ed
golden
defend
brown.
this. You know what kind of cheese it was? It was white. That's they don't have an identifiable
Racist?
like.
Why get a meatball parm at a fucking Subway? You live.
I had
There's a million.
There's a pizzeria
eaters.
right there.
I had
Their meatballs
points.
are delicious.
I had free points.
Now,
you
Tony,
have
be
points
honest.
at Subway? They have
Yeah.
point
That means you eat
systems?
there too much.
Probably, yeah.
Now,
They actually send Tony on a cruise twice a year. Subway.
Is
Are you
it
kidding me? They
it's
see me come through the
shaped
door over here, and they have like the guys already like reaching in to get Italian urban cheese
They're
bread.
like, oh,
and,
Tony, thank you so much. How are you, my friend?
I get rewards at 7-Eleven for going. I get a cup of coffee. I'm just,
Tony,
and there's like weird ass like PB&J sandwiches too. Oh, don't Don't leave my Uncrustables alone.
Tony, are you the kind of guy that goes to IHOP and orders the chicken franchise?
No, I don't actually go to IHOP at all. No, he's the kind of guy that goes to Mike's places. Like, I'd like the full
high
roast
class?
chicken. No, because I go to. Well, it's gonna be like the reverse logic. I'm gonna hear Tiger in the back of my fucking head with this. But I go to so many diners. Why would I go to IHOP for pancakes? What are you gonna hear Tiger say?
That logic.
He's about to explode. Tiger's about to explode, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we know the reason that the food is suspiciously absent is because Tiger had made a comment to Tony about not eating next to him, and
I'm respecting his wishes.
But
Sarah, when Tiger got home
Yes.
last week, Sarah told him that he smelled of hot dog.
Really?
Yes, you fucking disgusting animal.
Oh, come on, you got sweeter words than that.
That's
because
because you got the Costco hot dogs and not the Nathan's hot dog.
Well, you had those giant hot dogs last week.
Yeah.
He ate it for 2 hours.
Yeah, the entirety of the
hot dog.
podcast.
Yeah, it looked like a pink dildo in a bun.
Yeah, it did.
Referencing to last episode,
He
ladies
was
and gentlemen.
holding on.
Just say it was very
I
phallic.
can't remember who the candidate for president was, but the guy who used to have to hold the fucking pen because he
Bob
had a
Dole?
stroke. Yeah, it was like Bob Dole the way he was.
Bob Dole.
You know, making
Bob
his
Dole, Bob
point with a
Dole.
half
Bob Dole don't
eaten
like this
fucking
joke.
Frankfurter. Huh?
Bob Roll don't like this joke.
I was in the 5th grade when he was up for president.
Were you? Yeah. Well, that's great. Mighty proud of you.
No, just because I had a whole book report on
I
Clinton
was
and
I was
Bob
some
Dole.
sort of child at some age.
Wait, he did a book report. Hold on. We're talking over each other too much, you guys. You did a book report on Bob Dole?
Bob Dole and Clinton. It was the election for that year.
So what book did you read?
No, sorry. It wasn't a book report. It was current events. They had a ton of newspaper
There you go,
clippings and
Hank.
whatnot.
What about Ross Perot?
Oh, fuck
He wasn't really mentioned in
I
my.
voted for Perot.
But I saved.
You would.
I saved.
Oh, Ross? What are you kidding me?
I saved this report up until a couple of weeks ago. I threw it out after having it.
Now, what is your
since-
child going to do when they need to write
for
a
19
report?
years?
Where was it that you unearthed this?
It was in one of my drawers. Wow. I save a lot of shit.
Wow.
I saved
thought I was bad,
a lot
actually.
of shit.
See,
Seriously,
I
that's what I
remember
was.
that election because I was in the 3rd grade, and as it's been
great.
established,
You were
my
in the third
dad is
grade,
a
baby.
huge Russian.
Oh, you're in the 6th grade.
My dad is a huge, my dad's favorite sports team is the Republican Party. So
Oh.
growing up, I thought Bob Dole was the man.
Of course you did.
And then we had on election day, we had a class
Dole hates the
election,
Nazis.
and Clinton beat Bob. I think Bob Dole had like 5 votes, and Clinton just destroyed. And that was when I realized that I was in the political minority.
You're just in the wrong state.
Here in New
yeah,
York.
in New York City, yeah.
You know, if you were in Wisconsin or Texas, it would be a different story.
Wisconsin,
Yeah.
surprisingly,
Democrat.
very Democrat.
Is it really?
Yes.
Well, I just
Ohio.
assumed all the
Ed and
cheese.
Ohio seem like they make a good match.
Who?
Ed and Ohio, like the state of Ohio.
Oh.
It's pretty strict. Ed would like it.
Yeah.
Like lamb and tuna fish.
Ohio. So, Tony, how do you feel? Do you feel satisfied? You ate that a lot faster than you normally
I
would.
told him to eat.
For Tiger. Babyface.
Told you. Wow.
I told him to eat.
No, because you were like, oh, I'm not going to eat because I was eating chicken tenders. I'm like, whose Subway sandwich is that? He's like, oh, it's mine. I'm like, eat it now.
Why do you have to eat it in
Yeah,
the
that's-
podcast?
It's like a good bourbon. He's
It's
got a
his
little
thing, though.
age.
It's his shtick for
Your
the
last work at
podcast.
1. What did you do between 1 and now?
Stuff.
Okay, but why does dinner have to be at this table?
Because I ate at like an hour after I left.
Okay, so then you eat
That-
an
yeah,
hour
that
before
was-
you come here.
That was lunch, and then you have dinner later on.
You keep your calorie count from the gym and then try to best eat when you're at the
Keep a
podcast.
calorie count.
You go to a gym? I thought that was just one night.
Nah, I've been going pretty consistently.
I thought
fell
you
off a
bring.
little bit.
I thought you bring your gym clothes here, but then sit the couch and read.
Oh.
Well, change it to the clothes, then sit the couch and read.
That makes no sense.
That's your gym.
Tony's getting that scanner's look again.
You're saying that your gym is the couch. When you lift up your legs to rest them on the table, that's your exercise.
Every page turn is a rep.
1, 2, flip, 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 flip.
Thank you, Waffle.
There's a whole issue today. I gotta take it easy. Legs tomorrow.
That's
trades.
Yeah, I need some hardcovers.
All right, let's get into the real hard work of the podcast. Do
hard
some
work?
listener emails.
We were gonna call, but Eddie wanted to make it a surprise.
Yeah. You surprised? Surprised, Eddie? If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now.
And just a quick reminder, if you want to send us an email, it's cbjpodcast@gmail.com. If we read your email on the air, or at least once, you'll get a coupon for 25% off your next CBJ purchase. Waffle, who's emailed us this week?
What was that?
Never asked that question ever.
I don't know. Who's it from?
That's the end of the email, though.
I
You read the end of the letter first.
I like when Ed gets flabbergasted. He goes like,
It's all right. We'll wait for you to compose yourself. What events we have going on, Tiger?
We're done? Okay.
I'm just waiting for
get
the...
hard.
Cool.
Shit, our wires are crossed again.
Cool.
Whenever you're ready, Waffle.
Cool.
Cool.
Hi, motherfuckers. I'm not saying hello anymore. There's a lot of O's.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Hi. Ed, how many years were you a Boy Scout? How many badges did you get while you were a Boy Scout? I'm not going to let you answer a question because I'm going to keep talking.
Okay.
Oh.
I was a Boy Scout since I was in the 2nd grade.
You still consider yourself a Boy Scout?
Still a Boy Scout?
Once a Boy Scout, always a Boy Scout.
Because I think Tiger has an end date in his mind.
Once an Eagle Scout, always an Eagle Scout.
Okay.
And yeah.
You're still a
So how
boy?
many-
He's a man boy.
It's an ambler.
How many badges you got?
I had 33 merit badges.
My God, why don't you still
Remember
wear them?
exactly how many merit badges you had?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Did you have one for typing and one for surfing? That's what I'm gonna get you.
No, well,
joke.
I'm sure it's common knowledge. You need 21 to make Eagle.
That's not common knowledge.
What do you like?
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Do you get like a prize for like trading a certain amount in? Like if you trade like 33, you get like a mustache comb or something? No, if he got the 35, he would have gotten a PS1.
And if I was playing Jeopardy with my life, Alex Trebek would have lopped off my head on that question. I don't think it's common knowledge.
I was a Boy Scout for many years, and I don't remember that.
Do you have like a vest or something with all these?
There's a merit badge sash, but you only wear that at like special events.
Do you still wear it like
the president
before
dies
going to
and
sleep?
No.
Do you like bust it out for like weddings and like baptisms, special occasions? You come in your Boy Scout whites.
When a congressman or a senator passes, he just races to the...
Yeah, those like courts of honor. That's when I put the medals on.
Mm-hmm.
Like when OJ went to court, standing outside with a somber look.
Let's compare our accolades, Ed.
Okay.
All right, I like that.
You first.
No, I don't remember what I did. Let's bring him in.
Badge off.
Compare.
What you want to?
We'll see who's better. It's probably you.
So name one merit badge you got.
Basketry.
You got that, Tiger?
I did.
Ooh, nice. You both can make baskets.
Well, yeah.
Now it's not like basketball, like you're shooting hoops.
No, you weave a basket and then you weave a stool.
He's right.
Whoa! You weave a stool?
We go seatless sometimes.
Yeah, there's
here.
like this little yarn thing, and then you sit on it, and then you break it.
Okay.
I think mine's still around. Dad, can you confirm or deny that?
All right. So what's next?
Leatherwork.
Were you in the gay Boy Scouts? Did you also have mustache grooming?
I'm starting with the easy
I didn't do leatherwork because
No.
leatherwork and basketry were the two easiest ones, so you do either one of those. I didn't do both.
What's leatherwork? What do you do?
I thought that he was like reading off my screen. I looked down and went, "What the fuck?"
Well, leatherwork then.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
So, but Tiger said you chose one or the other. So you said this is easy. I'll do both.
Well, you don't have to do them all at once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
He wanted to
my
stamp
first
Ed into a piece of leather one day.
Ooh.
Right.
Do you have oceanography?
No.
Oh! That's an impressive one. Come on, basket weaving, leatherworks. That's like done at the MDA.
Waffle, bring up the oceanography badge. It's a pretty impressive one.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
The title.
Does it say Team Zizou?
No, but it looks like it could
That's
be.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's probably where the legend started.
Requirements are.
That might be fun.
Is that where he got his illustrious karate shark name from?
Nerdbadge.org.
That's awesome.
Oh man,
yeah.
I tried it.
That's pretty good. I remember seeing this badge a lot.
Oh yeah, I
It's
see
not
that.
a lot,
Yeah,
but
that's pretty cool.
I remember seeing that in a book and be like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
For all you playing at home, Google it.
Oh, you got the requirements
Yeah,
for
so that means that
oceanography?
at some point,
Are we
Tiger.
back on the air?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That means at some point.
Oh, hi
We had a
guys.
blackout. Sorry.
That means at some point, Tiger drew a cross section of underwater topography, showing a continental shelf and a continental slope.
This was a hard.
Do one of the following: make a plankton net,
I don't think I did that.
make a series of models of a volcanic island. It sounds.
I don't think I did that either.
Measure the water temperature at the surface and midwater and bottom of the body of water 4 times daily for 5
Tiger
That I
did,
think I did do.
Tiger did make the volcanic model, but his father burned him with it while he was eating chips.
I like the last one. Track and monitor satellite images available on the internet for a specific location for
They
3
didn't have the
weeks.
internet
Yeah.
when I was doing that shit.
Plankton.
Do one of them write a 500-word report on a book about oceanography approved by your counselor. The counselor's like, yeah, oceanography.
It seems like it's gotten a little tougher since you guys were
No, it was
scouts.
tough. It was tough. There was just no internet, so it was even tougher.
You actually had to go look up shit.
Was there a first aid badge?
Give me an encyclopedia.
Yes. First aid.
You both got that?
Yeah.
It was created in 1964, by the way, Tiger.
There you go.
Wow.
Pretty sweet.
Emergency preparedness.
Yeah, I got
Are you
that
gonna
one.
try and get this now, Ed?
The hardest one I ever took was probably life-saving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, CFR stuff is
I didn't do
easy.
life-saving.
Whose life
It's
did
like,
you save?
You can imagine it's like CFR, like first responder
All right,
kind of
so-
stuff.
Yeah, it's like a lifeguard.
Ed can
okay.
save a life. Tiger cannot.
I can give birth to a baby technically on paper.
I can still probably save
Oh.
it, depending on the circumstances.
I could write it down right now and say the same thing
Yeah.
for me.
I took classes.
I could take a baby out of a lady.
You ready for the next question?
Sockles merit badge.
Just a bunch of CBJ Tiger Sox patches.
There you go.
Ed, have you ever?
This one's for sleeping. This one's for blowing noses.
I took a big poop.
I can open a can.
It's interesting because pretty much any profession or occupation you can think of, there is probably a merit badge.
So you got your
Newspaper
airline
editor.
controller badge.
How about ham
Aviation
radio?
merit badge.
Huh?
Ham radio?
I think there was a space exploration one, too.
Ham radio one?
Not,
DMT,
space,
and then tell you to
not to
write
be
down what you saw.
confused with astronomy.
Yes.
Those are two different badges.
No,
Yes.
that's when the Scoutmasters took you guys out under the stars, got you high, and told you just keep looking up, guys. Keep looking up.
So Ed, have you ever played bagpipes? Random
No.
question. I don't know. You look like someone who would.
Does he?
He's an old
A little
Harry. He's
bit.
a big Irishman.
You need a really big, like a lot of lung strength for a bagpipe.
We've seen him test his lungs.
Look at the size of his lungs.
I'll be honest. No one's ever asked me.
I can see Ed's lungs from
Is
here.
that what's been stopping you? I played the accordion, but no one ever offered. Like, you ready for the next question?
Xylophone.
Tony, at what age did you realize you were a pussy?
Whoa.
Why don't you follow me outside and I'll
What
show
year
you
did
in
we meet in
detail?
high school?
Can this happen now? Go outside now.
Tony's saying that because Chris Carbonaro,
have
who
my
wrote this
paycheck
email, is in the
coming.
audience. So
Go outside now. Go outside
he's
now.
not saying that to waffle.
Go outside now.
Why go outside? There's plenty of room right here.
Yes. You only knock over a couple trades.
All right. What kind of challenge are we doing here? Leather strap match?
Ew.
No, lumberjack match. Lumberjack match.
Ed's going to make the leather for the leather strap match.
No chaps, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of lanyard.
Give him a week.
Push-up contest.
Tiger
now.
will weave a basket for you to spit in. And waffle will give birth to a child.
Oh, babies.
So
Come down to CBJ.
No, no
You're 5
push-up
days a week.
contest?
Huh?
I'm here 5 days a week. It's cheaper than the hospital.
That'd be funny. Waffle's in the middle, like ringing somebody up, and then he goes, "All right, I'll be right back. Excuse me."
Let me get my gloves.
That baby's coming out.
I said use the forceps!
I think you look as much like a midwife like I look like a bagpipe player.
That's exactly.
Oh, well, yeah, a doula.
Maybe Ed could play
Where's
the
the-
bagpipes while you pull the baby out of
Where's
the
the
woman.
sitcom?
Exactly. There we go.
Oh, the phone's ringing. Who's right now?
We have our first caller. That's our
Oh,
possible. It's a call-in
no,
show.
that's a sitcom right there. We share an apartment, and while you're trying to deliver babies, I'm always
Oh,
bothering
so
you
we
by
play
practicing the bagpipe.
Yeah.
What also?
Wasn't that Perfect Strangers, though?
Also, it's a really small apartment, so you guys just keep getting stuck and trapped.
No,
in
What's with
doorways.
you and the fucking fat jokes?
No,
Huh?
we share a studio.
It was all. It was part of our apartment. I mean, part of a sitcom.
No, you're in it now?
No, I wasn't there.
I wasn't there. Like it happened.
It wasn't a thing.
It happened in Babyface's mind.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the next question
I'm
is for
not
Tony.
Balky.
Next question is for Tony also.
Go ahead.
Tony, a footlong hot dog is your favorite type of hot dog because of the size? I want to tell you right now, it says hit dog the second time.
Hit dog.
I don't
You
know.
want to smack him?
Yes. Yeah, we can bring that back. Come on. If we're saying how much of a pussy I am, then we can talk about how much your grammar's
no.
improves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
don't
that
degrade
doesn't
the audience.
prove that you're not a pussy.
Here's my
Come on,
choice.
How long have you been on this podcast? What are you doing?
Here's my choice.
All right.
Well, let's
Yeah,
answer the
hot dog.
question.
Oh, what?
Are footlongs your favorite hot dog?
Because
No.
of the size.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what's your favorite
More
hot
the
dog?
merrier.
The kind that's edible.
I gotta
So
be
a
honest.
footlong is edible.
I gotta be honest. I think my favorites are the cocktail weenies. I just love popping those in back and forth.
I don't know why.
You like to pop them in back and forth?
Not,
Back and forth.
not touching this one. Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
dip them in a little mustard and a little ketchup.
And then shove them in.
Yep.
And then pull them back out.
Sometimes handfuls at a time. Oh no.
Demo one hot dog.
Last time I put in 9 and 8 came out. How many episodes did everyone watch during the Simpsons marathon?
3.
I don't want to know what number.
3.
Not as many as I wanted to.
Yeah, I agree.
Close to a couple seasons. I hate that I had to sleep during it. I wish I could just stay awake.
I had a barbecue this weekend, and Tony came over
And that was
and Babyface, and we watched like Joanna's upstairs with the girls are drinking wine and shit, and we're sitting downstairs drinking beers watching the Simpsons marathon.
Yeah.
She came down the stairs, Joanna, and she's like, "Really?" I'm like, what?
yeah.
But that point is me, you, and Motion.
Yeah.
And then Mike B came, and then I bounced. We watched 3 episodes while I was there, and then I came back.
So I'm gonna say that
2.
I probably watched. I'm gonna say like maybe 20 to 25
Nice.
Episodes?
episodes. Yeah.
Somewhere over like 100 or so, probably. That was just.
I left it on while I was sleeping too, so through osmosis, I've probably watched 100.
Same. So I watched hundreds then.
Yeah.
Because I had it just on my TV perpetually for 12 days.
Yeah.
Turn it on mute so you can sleep.
No, fuck you.
Yeah.
I want to wake up talking like Mo.
Waffle was asleep.
I absorb
I was
information.
sleeping and I heard Socko. Socko.
No, I was waking up and catching myself quoting what was happening and going back to sleep.
Really? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I woke up during I was born a snake handler and I'll die a snake handler. And I remember rolling over and saying that and wake up and like, did I really just do that?
Wow.
I was born a snake handler.
How many episodes did Aiden watch?
Aiden watched. I'm gonna say he probably watched like.
That you know of.
Yeah, 8 that I know of. It's true.
He
Probably like
he
8
out of
to
that
10.
out of that secret.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay,
So.
this is a hard question. Which is better in our opinion, South Park or The Simpsons? They're two different.
Simpsons.
Yeah.
The Simpsons, but I don't know. It's in my mind. It's
I have to say, I probably laugh out loud more at South Park. I enjoy The Simpsons though just as much as I enjoy South Park.
I think the South Park has the newer game down, while the Simpsons have 13 years of undeniable classics.
They've both been around about 15, 20 years. South Park's been around since, what, 96?
97.
Yeah, so, Simpsons only have 8 years on them.
I haven't watched new episodes of either in.
I was actually surprised, like,
ages.
after the last 4 days of the marathon were, like, newer episodes I've never seen.
Yeah.
And they were genuinely catching me, like, laughing really
Yeah,
hard.
some of them I enjoyed.
Yeah, I actually said to myself a couple times, like, I kind of feel bad that I've been watching this, because these are actually kind of funny
Yeah.
stories.
So what were you gonna say, Babyface? For Waffle jumped all over you?
Oh no, I was just saying that I was just saying that I haven't seen new episodes for either. So I mean, I've seen more episodes of Simpsons in my life, so I would choose Simpsons.
To me, they're two different things. Like, I keep them separated in my mind.
I'm waiting with bated breath for what you're gonna say.
Really? You ready for this?
Yeah.
2.
South Park?
That's it. Oh, after that.
2? What did 2 mean?
What was that? Did you say a Babyface moment?
Simpsons or South Park?
What did 2
Dude, I
mean?
spit on you.
Yeah, he did.
You ready for
That
this?
was what just happened.
Why did you just say 2?
I thought it was on the last question. That's why my brain kind of
I think
What question?
he was
How many
still
episodes did you watch?
Oh.
But there is a stack of Simpsons DVDs about, like, yay thick next to my DVD player.
Same here with that.
So
So what are you picking?
Simpsons without a doubt. Their South Park episodes that will go down in my mind is really just incredible stuff, but just straight out Simpsons always. Just if not only for like 4 to 11.
No, they're like two separate entities in my mind. It's just types of humor, so they're like separated.
yeah, one's fucked up, one's more wholesome.
Go on.
Oh, neither are wholesome.
Yeah. It's more wholesome. Simpsons is wholesome compared to South Park.
Fucking Russian roulette games in the back of Mo's.
Honestly, they both end up with some sort of moral.
Yeah.
So
The fact that Mo has been done everything
We must
from
please the
illegal
economy.
boxing, illegal boxing, whale smoggling, Russian roulette. Mo's done it all.
Snake shaman.
So Sako, are there any cartoons you want to allow your children to watch?
South Park.
Yes. Black Jesus.
There's a ton. Yeah.
That's not a cartoon.
There's a lot of cartoons. Squidbillies, the Aquatine Hunger
the
Force.
William Street catalog.
Yeah.
The William Street Studios catalog and South Park.
Yeah.
What you want to say? Because that covers like 99% of Adult Swim.
Adult Japanese anime.
Yeah. The ones you've done voices for?
Especially those.
The frogs?
Yeah. Excuse me, but Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, anything.
The things that you would normally.
There's
not let
things that
children
Aiden,
watch.
I'll let Aiden watch. Aiden, I'm alright with him watching The Simpsons.
The Fritz the Cat age yet? No.
Yeah, but Issa, Issa right now she's 6. It's kind of going over her head, So she thinks Lisa's awesome. So there you go. That explains everything. Lisa's her favorite.
Well, there you go.
Tony, if I bring some kind of disgusting food, would you talk in South Park Chinese for a whole episode?
No, you could just ask me and I'll do it. You're more than welcome to. Unless you want to bring me food, which is fine. I am completely all for that. But I'll do South Park Chinese just for the heck of it.
I especially like when you translate for Babyface. I think that was my favorite South Park Chinese moment.
For all of our listeners at home.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking. You can't translate when I'm not speaking.
Sure.
Has anyone had a major
I said
surgery?
Buy my chair.
Interesting.
Buy my chair?
I just Yoma.
Sorry.
Boom cha.
Wow.
Waffle, I think you had another question.
No, I was actually. I didn't realize I was thinking out loud a little bit while I was reading the next question. Because I feel like there's gonna be either a series of no's or one story. Has anyone had a major surgery?
No.
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 You gotta think about that one for a second.
No, I was just watching Jonathan's obnoxious face.
Yes.
You're just making really stupid
Are you sure
baby
that's
faces.
the time they had to pull the Fusili U out of you?
Oh my god.
But Tony said while laughing that he was going to choke on his wiener. So Tony, have you ever choked on a wiener?
No, I have not.
You're all about Tony right now.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Can we revamp that
Have you
policy
been
just for
lonely?
tonight?
What policy?
About berating the studio audience? Can we revamp that for just
Not in the
5
least bit.
Oh, you just wanna smack him around?
Oh, whoa. Just berating. That doesn't mean smacking. Does that mean smacking? That could be off. Oh, okay.
Attacking.
Screw it. No, I have not choked on a way to this day. Next question!
To this day, so there's a possibility in the future.
I guess. I mean,
There's a possibility he'll be in a plane crash.
Yeah, I've always found good ones melt in your
Might
mouth.
find his way to a political party in Zimbabwe. Who knows?
Right.
I might go the way of the Big Papa.
No.
He
I
may-
could see you going the Mama Cass route.
He may have missed out on winning the lotto because he ate his ticket by accident.
Well, that sucks. Don't do
All
that.
things can happen.
Well, Babyface, for Halloween, did you ever dress up as a ninja?
Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
I
ninja,
was a Ninja
go
Turtle when I was a
ninja,
kid.
go.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
That
I
commercial's so
was
good.
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
Actually, no. I think it was Raphael.
You seem like a Donatello.
Really? No. It was. That was
my-
I remember having the size. I was Raphael.
Oh.
Yeah.
Donatello was my favorite.
That doesn't sound surprising at all.
Yeah.
Oh, which one's Donatello again?
He's a smart one. He's a smart one.
The worst.
No.
Yeah.
The worst one.
He's the purple one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's the one with the bow.
Okay.
Bow staff.
Yeah.
Thank you. The Robin weapon.
Yeah.
Ed, does Kieran still listen to the podcast?
You never
I have
listened
not
to it.
spoken with Kieran.
Oh, you guys broke up?
Yeah,
Since- no, he graduated from high school.
Oh.
That's,
You
know,
had a girlfriend
people
who left
you
you?
didn't have your
Skates.
You didn't have your last summer together?
God damn it. I gotta be faster with this shit.
You ever watch like any of those terrible romantic movies? You didn't have your last kiss and stuff. You didn't send him off to school.
He was a
terrible fucking
student,
man.
Okay.
Okay, and teachers get arrested for this shit all the time. You're not a teacher.
That's gonna be in the Daily Paper.
Yeah, like just this past week, teachers in Staten Island, there's a whole scandal of teachers having sex with their
Here's
students.
the
Of course, Babyface is fully aware of that.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Why
all
not
sorts
me?
of-
Why did I get that chance?
Well, it's like, when is he going to be a guest on the podcast? Let's reunite this guy. A guest.
The offer,
Yes,
the,
yes,
offer,
yes.
the offer's gone out. He's never gave me a firm answer.
No, I asked him.
Yeah, Babyface.
Because when you're like 3 fingers deep in a boy and you ask him a question, he's like,
Holy
Three fingers, damn.
That was a little much. That was a little much right there.
Eat Mary Lou Ratton.
Oh, my God.
Criminy.
Oh, it's easy for that one.
3 fingers, Ed?
That's terribly impressive.
It was like you were Gordon Ramsay and he was the chicken.
You know, there's only one way to tie a Cincinnati bow tie.
Whoa!
The hell's a
Whoa.
Cincinnati bow tie?
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I don't want to know. If Ed's got to explain it, I don't want to know.
Oh,
No,
come
I'm
on.
good.
Ed
I'm good.
enlightened us about the Rusty Sheriff's badge.
Yeah.
I
Tony's
want to know what a
crying.
Cincinnati bow tie is. And there's one word with the Rusty Sheriff.
To be honest, I can't really explain it. I can only show you. And
Ew.
Tony,
No.
get up.
I
only men
shit where I am.
newly filming to realize what they're very seriously filming right now. Later in either of your careers, please remember about this.
I promise we will talk about comics sometime tonight.
When he zooms in a Rusty Sheriff special, take a wide angle with this.
Just to make you guys feel better, we're downloaded in 39 countries.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
there you go.
I didn't know that.
They love us. Yeah, we just got.
Or they hate us.
We just got Finland.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bow tie.
No, Japan on YouTube. Japan has been downloading sorry,
Conversations happening.
Shut up, Kenny. No talking.
I love how Kenny Gelman is constantly checking facts that we're saying on his phone.
Oh boy!
How did it work? The producer.
Okay, since Ed, do you know what a Cincinnati bow tie is? Because the internet came.
I honestly don't know. I just pulled it out of thin air.
Oh, beautiful!
really
Because it's a thing. It's when you it's when you reverse titty fuck a girl.
What?
Okay.
So your balls and cock are upside down, and it looks like she's wearing a fleshy bow tie.
Okay.
It's called Cincinnati because everything they do there is backwards. And I guess
Wow, that's
What was that one I made at that time? A Fantastic Friend?
the use of the sentence is so good. My bitch was complaining all night because I kept ramming my anus into her nose, but dang, I was really in the mood for a Cincinnati bow tie.
Was that used as the kid?
No, by handsome McSexy. Oh man, what are the words
So
you
it was Ed. That's Ed's wrestling
Just so
name.
you know, this user on Urban Dictionary's only put one definition in, and that's the Cincinnati bow tie.
Oh, handsome and sexy. Oh, too good. That's too good.
I really hope somebody uses that as a terrible, terrible fake ID name.
Oh god.
But the first thing on Google Images, I don't know what this is, but this says it's a hoodie that says Cincinnati bow tie, and there's a dude with his hand on another dude's shoulder. I don't know. Who
No, I think that's an old woman.
Yeah, it looks like
old people.
Yeah.
It's like a couple in their 60s.
Yeah.
Cincinnati bow tie.
Maybe it's an organization.
60 and over sex move
Cincinnati.
only.
It looked like
Maybe they're pro bow tie.
Or maybe his balls sag so much that they can just reach the mouth more easily.
You thought about this, haven't you?
Just now. Just thought about it now. I can just be quick.
Thank you. Waffle, continue the email.
Babyface, while you mowed your father's lawn, did you wear an Asian rice paddy farmer hat?
Wow.
It protects from the sun really well.
No. No. My dad's white. We don't have any of that stuff.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You learned it, Chris.
And I don't think, just to clarify, I don't think my mother has any of that stuff either.
I think
You don't think we're gonna?
I don't think.
Well, babyface, if we got a surprise for you, come on in, Mom.
That'd be so weird. I would not want that.
And she's got your favorite
Babyface,
ketchup.
you look so beautiful on camera.
I don't think any of you have ever seen my mother.
It's the wrong country.
Yeah, no. I don't think any of you have even seen my mother.
Yes, I have.
You have?
Your mother's been
Oh
here
yeah, she
several
has.
times.
That was so
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah. Why was that awkward?
Cause my mom is an awkward person.
Mom.
Once again, I feel it's time we remind everyone that Comic Book Jones does love Babyface's mom.
My mom
No, we
has
love
been
Babyface
here.
too.
Yeah.
Forgot about
Was your
that.
father ever here?
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
Was he here at a tailgate?
Yeah, he was at the Guardians tailgate.
He was?
Yeah.
See-
And my younger brother.
Dove told me, Joanna told me that he was, and I was like, no, I would totally remember that. Why wouldn't Babyface introduce me?
Well, you were ringing up. You were busy. They came to the side. They came from seeing the movie, and they just wanted to say hi and tell me that the movie was awesome, and then they left.
Thanks, man. I thought we were friends.
We are friends.
I want to meet Lance.
You've
I've never met a
you've
person
met
named
Lance?
I've never met a person named Lance in my life.
I thought you've met my father.
Nope.
Oh, I'll tell him to come in. Not on the
Lance is a tough
podcast, but I'll
name.
tell him to come in.
See, like I know two people named Eamon, and I feel like that's a lot for like a weird name like that.
Eamon?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Watch Lance dance with Lance in his
Completely
pants.
different people. Like size type. What?
Are they Satanists?
No.
Are their parents Cockney and they drop the H's?
Eamon?
Heyman. I don't know, Heyman. Heyman. Yeah, they're Cockney fucking reggae fans.
It's a big fat white guy and a little tiny white guy.
Listen, Lehman, come here for your daily belt to the mouth.
What?
I like this next question.
What's next?
If you had to guess, what would you say is the size of the biggest shit you've ever taken? 12 Keurigs.
Mine's definitely broken the surface a couple of times.
I've seized toilets with fecal matter.
I mean, I'm talking about. I mean, are we talking about just length of the actual tubule of shit?
Things break up sometimes, man.
No, not the mass of it. It's not, I think a long turd.
Oh yeah, when it just builds up and piles.
Well, you know what? I will usually, if I'm having a big one, I'll do the courtesy flush.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I've
Every
never
shit's
like
a
looked
big
back and look
Don't
back
look
and
back. Every shit's a big shit.
Joanna takes pictures of Aiden's shit sometimes or Issa's because they're very impressive and they come out of some small little people.
Nice.
I think it's hysterical. Oh man,
The intestines are a long track.
Huh?
The intestines are a long track.
Oh yeah, and it's like no way. Wow, it just came out of.
She ever text you one of those pics while you're at work?
No, never texted at work, but shows me them when I get home.
I've sent shit pics to friends and vice versa.
I got one from Danny the Riddler Rodriguez today.
I've never taken a photo of my poop.
Nope.
Well, I never started it. It was friends who started it. It was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I have to partake in this. So I was like,
Well,
here.
guess what you're
here's
getting
a-
tomorrow.
Did you go out on man dates with them?
No.
Babyface, you should know right now, the human anus is nightmarishly elastic.
No, but my a friend of mine got me good because he had a stuffed poop that he took a picture of his head in front of the toilet with the poop. So quickly looking at the picture.
Turlet?
Yeah, I did say that, did I?
Spent 3 years in that turlet.
Looking at the picture, it's like, oh no! It's like, oh, it's just stuffed poop.
You
okay.
know, I have so many questions right now, but I think it's best for everyone if we move on to another topic.
No, it's a question.
We got time.
How do you
Conversation always turns to shit.
how do you first off?
Thank you, Sako.
How do you stuff a shit, and
No,
what do
it
you
was-
stuff it with?
It was like a stuffed animal, but shit. It was.
Oh,
It was a shitty stuffed animal. Does that make more
plush.
sense for you?
It was a plush shit.
Plushed.
Yeah, no. It was
Plush head.
something
I
that you
thought I've had
buy.
plush shit, so
Plush
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
They look like they have a layer
okay.
of fur.
Like a toy.
It was already made, so it was a plush shat.
Yes.
The way I thought it was like a jelly donut or like
No,
eggplant
no.
rollatini or something.
No, like
As
a
exact as that.
A turkey.
like a shit pillow.
like a fucking cordon
A
bleu.
shit pillow. Actually, you know what? I bet if Waffle looks that up, it's probably some crazy sexual maneuver as well.
10
No,
seconds.
no. Jelly donut
I'm
first.
afraid what Google's going to give me for shit pillow.
Oh Lord! It's gonna be a picture of a girl sleeping with
You might have just
shit
given me
all
my
over the
favorite
pillow,
response to
goddamn.
everyone.
I think it's after somebody gets fucked in the ass and then they shit it out in the bed, but they're too drunk to move, so they sleep in it.
No, the
There
only
you go.
definition
There
on
you go. There's a
Urban
shit
Dictionary.
They have to flip over
The
though.
only definition on Urban Dictionary is ass cheeks. Need I say more? Wow, Fred, look at the shit pillows on that bitch.
Please use it in a sentence.
Shit pillows.
Oh, that
There you
chick.
go.
This has to be a mistype on
Actually,
Amazon.
you know what, Ed? There's your Jones name. Shit Pillows Jones.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And because I said it on the air, you know it's going to be in an email next week.
The third listing underneath Urban Dictionary on Google for shit pillow is for Amazon.com. It's a pillowcase that say that shit gray on the pillowcase.
That's not a word.
It is.
That shit cray.
You cray.
Oh, I thought you said that shit gray.
No.
50 Shades
You should go to the
of
hospital.
shit.
Gray or brownish gray.
This. Oh no, this is gonna start going to YouTube videos. I'm done.
Yeah, okay. Moving on.
Speaking of that, I actually got a good story.
Oh boy.
that comics or
sorry,
shit?
go ahead. Shit pillow story.
Scat.
I working at location 2 over at Nightcap. I had these 2 EMTs come in,
Uh-oh.
and they were just buying e-smoke
Wait,
stuff.
that
But
implies that we're location 1 of Nightcap, which we're not.
No, you're
We're an
location.
entity
Your
under-
job, we're
We're
job
location-
one.
Job 1. Thank
We're
you.
location 1 and is hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're job one.
Thank you, Wapple.
Quality's job.
Yeah, when he's here anyway.
Damn right.
Go on.
Yeah.
So these EMT guys came in. So I said, and I was like, you know what?
EMTs.
So let's just like cut the shit right now. Did you guys ever get one of those calls where something's stuck in somebody? He goes, oh yeah, we got like 2 last week. He's like, all right, what's the crazy? Like, oh well, we get the usual. The number 1 is usually a Coke bottle stuck up somewhere. You know, vagina or ass, you take your pick. But the most recent he said was it was a ball that got stuck up someone's ass. It was smaller than a softball, they said, but slightly larger than a tennis ball.
Oof.
So what I proposed to them afterwards, I took a stack of business cards out, I handed it to them and said, all right, the second after you pull something out of somebody next time, hand them one of our cards and say, so just make sure this never, ever happens again.
Look at you always thinking.
So much for HIPAA.
Now that's
Hippopotamus oath.
Yeah.
That's marketing.
Yeah.
Right there.
Good job.
You know, tell the people after they got the stuff stuck in their ass. If they want to do this again, call me.
I feel like we should mention comics that like this topic relates to, just so we could be like, oh, The Boys, there was a gerbil up someone's ass. Check it out.
That got them dropped off Wildstorm.
Yeah,
that
that's
panel
right.
actually got them dropped off the DC imprint at the time, and it got picked up by Dynamite.
Yeah.
Dynamite!
Woo! Hot.
And X-Cop has a character called Dr. Doodoo.
Yes.
So
This is
there you
awful
go.
shit.
There you go. Those are comics that relate to our
Which
topics.
action figures we're still fucking sitting on?
Well, with the recent celebrity hacking scandal, do you and Tiger know what the deal is? What happened?
The happening?
Yeah, the whole deal that went down. The cloud, like Apple's cloud service, got hacked into because it's really fucking easy. Apparently, if you know what you're doing, and took a bunch of models and celebrity news and just went, "Hi 4chan, hi internet,"
Including Jennifer Lawrence
Yeah.
and Kate Upton. A lot of big,
I took
big
all those
names.
pictures no one should have seen.
Oh,
Why are
okay.
you saving things?
Right.
Sorry, I have no sympathy in this age of technology where everything's easy to go. Boom.
Yeah,
Just
right.
like back in the
You go to setting on your phone and you can turn off iCloud update. Like, it's very these things are simply done. You just have to go out of your way to do it.
Yeah.
Don't bitch the internet and get the FBI involved because your shitty service got hacked.
Right.
But have you?
That's why I save my stuff to the substrate.
Have you ever sent nude photos of yourself to somebody? I have not.
Sent what?
Sent nude photos of yourself to somebody.
Absolutely
I have not.
Nope.
I am not that attractive.
I know Babyface is
Tiger
a
hasn't
big
said
whammy.
anything.
I said no.
Oh, okay.
I'll be
Babyface
honest,
is-
I've never had anyone to send them to.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh man, can we
No
write that
desperate
romantic
mass text.
comedy? One boy just searching for a woman to send nudes to. And it just ends with a woman going like, oh.
Are You Up? The movie.
What you
Hi,
wearing?
it's me, Shit Pillow.
Oh man. I hope I get to make a name in a video game soon. This is gonna be Shit Pillow.
Ass cheeks.
Shit Pillow has killed you. You've been smothered by the Shit Pillow.
Please don't spit that on me.
Also, what is everyone's opinion on the scandal? I just said mine. I have no sympathy for anybody.
Non-news event.
Yeah, it's
I
more
feel bad for them.
distractions for the mass media. Yeah,
Hard to feel bad for somebody who makes more money than you'll see in a lifetime.
Now that's not the point.
No,
You know,
I don't. No, I
It's their
don't.
privacy.
Yeah, it's an invasion. Of
I understand the invasion of privacy at the same time. There's a lot
You
of
gotta-
sort of stuff.
Nothing is impossible to get to.
But
It's
now-
a simple concept.
Now all these creepy guys are jerking off to all these women. And, it wasn't like model pictures. It was.
You know, way to bring
stolen
it down,
pictures.
Babyface.
Yeah, seriously.
Well,
People
talking
guys
to-
like Babyface.
People
jerk
were
off.
No,
Creepy!
No,
You never thought
didn't
somebody
care.
looked at a picture of somebody in a bikini on like MySpace and
Yeah,
like
but
the town,
well, they can't help that.
So-
They're the models,
MySpace.
actresses.
Facebook, social
I don't
media.
know.
Friendster.
Yeah, exactly. Friend zone, Reddit, my house. Reddit's not social media. You-
This email has a lot
I don't
of
remember this
questions.
question at all, but you guys stated your favorite piece of a chicken. What's your favorite piece of a pig?
Oh, we did.
I did. No, I do not remember that.
Yeah.
Fatback bacon.
Fatback bacon.
The foot.
Yeah,
I love a
I can picture the snout guy.
I love a good pork chop. I love me some.
Hey, I was
Gillette
gonna say,
nuts.
good old fashioned chop.
Owls are delicious.
That's another one of my nicknames. Pork chop.
Does chicharrones count as a part of the pig?
Absolutely, man. Deep fried skin, shit, yeah, man.
Whatever pot makes sausage.
I think you're like, yes.
Sausage is good.
That's
General,
That's
general
raccoons.
sausage.
Yes.
General sausage.
Go on.
I like that. Can I keep that?
If you could drive the Batmobile around as your normal everyday car, would you? It depends what Batmobile.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not the Batman and Robin Batmobile.
60s, hell yeah.
No, I want that single car, the single seat one from one of the terrible Batman movies. Well, the animated show where only Batman could sit in it.
I want the first one, the red one that looks absolutely nothing like a special Batmobile. It's just a fucking red car.
Wasn't there a motorcycle with the passenger for Robin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want that one.
Sidecar.
I don't want that.
Minors only.
What's the ride sidecar?
Well, I can see Babyface riding Batgirl's Batcycle from the 66 TV show. With the little frills on it.
Look at the daydreaming.
How about that enormous?
I was trying to picture it. The Joker-mobile was cool, but that's not a Batmobile, so.
I think you just ate a napkin.
What were we talking about before about if we had a motorcycle, you get one with the sidecar? Just
I
a
would.
little bit.
I mean, the first Tim Burton one was
You
cool.
get a sidecar that you can hit a button and like let it go off.
Oh,
You go with really powerful magnet
I've
systems,
always
so on
said
the highways.
I want a
like, go
motorcycle
and
with a sidecar, and this is one of the reasons I want to be a billionaire and just fucking so I can do dumb shit and like have an animatronic Muppet in the sidecar the whole time and control him on the handlebars and have them like look at people and like stare at them, while they're driving, like wave
I
and
just
shit,
get like a
and
baby
ignore
hippo
them the whole time.
I just get like a baby hippo, put a helmet on it. Just people ride by.
Oh, just get a baby hippo and ride the baby hippo. I'm gonna be late again.
Get the PA like.
Onward, Alabaster! Onward!
Show up to like a kart race, the hippo. You're like, you ready?
We ended up in Wolf's Pond Park again. I don't know why.
Stop going to the water.
Oh, stop! My phone's gonna get wet.
No, it's not time for bath.
Bad Alabaster. Bad.
Oh,
Yeah, you named it already?
Nice.
Yeah.
He'd be Chim Chim.
Yeah, I was just saying.
That's
Aloysius.
Chippewa?
Aloysius.
I like Aloysius.
General Alabaster Aloysius.
I'd name him Sexy McAnal King.
Tony, find us that director.
All right. Give me a few minutes.
This is the last question. The 100th episode is coming up soon. What events we got in store, Tiger?
Yeah, what events we got in store?
Anything special coming up for the podcast?
What episode number is this one?
We're gonna skip 100, go right to 101.
This is number 90.
Oh.
Yeah.
In 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Nothing will be thought of. Chris Corbernell will write an email.
Exactly.
Renee will murmur.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That's like November.
We're not a television show. We don't have to tell you.
No,
10
it's not
months
necessarily
in
November. With how many weeks we take off here and there,
I said like November.
And quite frankly, we can record the 100th episode
tonight
whenever we can do it. Yeah, and there you go.
Well, everyone knows
there's the
that-
100th episode spectacular.
Listening live as Tony commits pork suicide.
For everyone,
What is that?
To everyone's knowledge, I've just been recording my farts for the last 3 months.
Oh, we can do
it's
that.
3 hours of farts.
There
It's
you
like
go.
100th episode.
An all-star episode and an all.
Taking all the roll call.
Oh, that'd be great. An all-star episode, an all-star cast. Come listen in. 2 straight hours of waffles ass.
All your farts actually sound like our names, so I was like, Waffle Bar.
You know what? I gotta say, I think if Andy Kaufman had a podcast, that's what it would be. It would be 45 minutes of farts, and the idea would be him watching someone listen to it and figuring out how long it would be before they realized that's all it was gonna happen.
Fucking genius.
Like playing the iPod in the store and only having one track on there for like the entirety of the day.
I think it should just be the emergency broadcast system the
That's
entire
happened
time.
before.
What's happening?
Hasn't that happened before where they played like a song multiple times to see if someone would notice?
Yeah.
No, we did that at the Tiger once. Me and friend Jojo did that. I mean, I think Sacco's here. We put on What's New Pussycat and went like 9 times.
Yeah.
Before Tiger was like, I'm done with this.
Still hearing that story.
Yeah, that's good.
I think I put on something on loop to bother Babyface, but it wasn't like
We've
in
gone back
way.
a couple times. I remember me and Tiger, there was a certain song that
We put on the
played a few
Young
times.
New Mexican Puppeteer like 3 times in a row in the past.
Such a good
It's
song.
usually Tom Jones. Yeah, it's all Tom Jones.
some string, I got some wood.
Well, when we play the Twisted Sister Christmas
yeah,
album,
that's
that
a repeat.
repeats so
That's my
many
Every
times.
Christmas Eve.
That's
And
the
all
only
the
thing me and
songs sound the
Sacco
same.
me and Sacco enjoy that way enough that everyone else can hate it.
Yeah, well, Tiger enjoys that too.
Yeah.
It's fun for the first 5-6
And
times.
we'll keep playing that until Steel Panther comes out with a Christmas album.
Yeah.
And then no kids are allowed. Just on Christmas Eve.
Aw.
Is that the end of it?
That's the end of it. Love always. Chris
Gabonero.
Hugs and kisses.
I've heard of that guy.
Thanks, Chris. That was a good
Thank
one.
you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
The new Derek Pinto.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck you. I'd fuck you so.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're
So
back.
Tony just admit to biting Heather's neck before in bed?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who said that?
I don't know.
Who said that?
Next topic.
Well, you just said
It's not that weird.
Yeah.
It's not that
I didn't say it was during
I have,
point.
I have a news item I'd like everyone's opinion on.
Yeah.
I keep up a lot with entertainment news, what new movies and TV shows are in
Yeah.
development.
Like you do.
And Glenn Mazzella, who was a former showrunner on The Walking Dead, just is producing a new series of The Omen. You remember that movie from the 70s? Of
course.
Yes, Gregory Peck.
Uh-huh.
He's just a boy. Where his son's the Antichrist.
Yeah, we get it.
They're
Keep
doing
going.
a TV show called Damien, and this show sounds awesome. It's Damien as an adult. He realizes he doesn't want to be the Antichrist.
Chronicles of Wormwood.
He can't escape his fate.
Chronicles of Wormwood.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like Batman.
There's 2 volumes written by Garth Ennis, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest things you'll
Is there
ever
a
read.
rabbit in the show?
Yeah, am I in the show as a rabbit?
Well, actually,
He's his best friend, Jesus Christ.
The show itself sounds cool, but the thing that throws me is the network that's developing it.
What's that?
It makes absolutely no sense.
Nickelodeon?
It's one of your favorite networks, Waffle.
BBC?
Lifetime.
Really?
They probably can funnel the budgets that they didn't use in every other film into a really
so I
good
guess
show.
he's like a serial cheater.
Who beats his children.
And he's a stepdad, but that's a dreamboat.
But
who writes fantasy novels?
I don't
on the
even
side.
think there's any chicks involved in that concept.
No, I'm sure there is.
Oh, they'll make some chicks.
Unless
there
it's
you go.
about
He
the
lives
idea.
in a womanless world.
Unless it's about the idea that all men are pure evil.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. We're all the Antichrist.
Called X the Last Woman.
Are you gonna watch it? You're gonna love it. You gotta write reports
I'll
about
probably check out the first episode.
No one knows this, but Tiger's Cast is Dante.
What?
Doesn't say a thing. Tiger's Cast is Dante. Doesn't say a thing.
Yeah. So
everyone just dies around him. And he just smiles and laughs.
Something we were talking
Drinks wine.
about over the past couple of podcasts is that I heard that it's confirmed that The Rock is going to be Black Adam.
Yes, today that came out.
And I feel like we heard a sigh of relief around the island when Ed went,
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, what's that?
and then he started rubbing his belly button and went, who's going to be Billy?
Yeah.
That's done too well.
Said that yet?
You know what? It's sad. I saw that. I saw the news article when I was on my lunch
It's sad
break at
because
work,
it's true.
and that's pretty much what happened.
So not who's gonna be Captain Marvel? Who's gonna be Billy Batson?
I don't know.
No, but that's
Maybe
your
it's that.
main concern.
Yeah.
Okay. So you prefer the little boy?
Say the magic word.
Another interest. This movie's being done by New Line and not directly by Warner Brothers, and they've said outright it's going to have a sense of humor, which is comforting.
No, yeah. I mean, you look at the early Shazam books at DC; they definitely had a sense of humor.
Oh man, let's hope Billy gets in blackface
Yeah.
and dances a jig.
Oh God!
Chocolate ice cream.
That was one time.
All right, everybody, get ready for your Shazam issues to go up.
Cha-ching, we got his first Silver Age appearance on the
That's
wall.
right.
Mm-hmm. Those great photorealistic covers by CC Beck.
CC Beck's the best.
No, he's the best, but those
He's
really
awesome.
dim photorealistic covers are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
they're
totally
creepy.
those
Those are
totally
like-
unentertained children that are on the
Those
front.
are the makings of nightmares for some people.
Who's this large belt chin man that's reading us books as a child?
Why are they so dark and out of focus?
I don't understand.
Did he summon them up himself?
This is a DC universe that we know.
No, it's not.
No.
So I was curious, guys. I wanted to ask you. I wanted to take a couple of graphic novels and/or series, and I wanted to kind of put them in a head-to-head matchup.
Let's do it.
And
Okay.
I just wanted to see through voting here which one we think is better than the other. There's no rhyme or reason for why I picked a certain graphic novel versus another certain graphic novel.
Completely random.
Yeah, it's not really completely random. I mean, they've got a I'm not
John,
gonna,
like similar theme. Like,
I'm not gonna put like Garfield Volume 1 up against V for Vendetta. You know what I mean? Garfield. Meow 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 meow.
No, no, no.
I don't know. The first volume didn't have enough of lasagna.
What's that?
I don't think the first volume of Garfield had enough lasagna.
No,
Or enough Mondays.
there's never enough lasagna.
John Costanza.
oh,
All right.
face restraint of fat joke.
All right, so
Did I?
the first one is Watchmen versus Dark Knight Strikes Back.
Watchmen.
Dark Knight Strikes Back.
Watchmen.
All right, so we got two Watchmen.
Well, Dark Knight Strikes Again.
Right.
Okay. Still Watchmen.
You know what I mean, asshole.
I'm gonna go Watchmen.
I'm gonna say Watchmen. It's the one that's made me reread it.
Watchmen actually took me a long time to sit down and read, so I'm gonna say Watchmen.
That made no sense. Yeah.
All right, so that's unanimous.
Ulysses took me forever. It's
No,
my
'cause
favorite book.
it's everyone was telling me at that point it was like a life-changing graphic novel. It was a big deal, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sit back, read it as as much as I can, take it all in.
How old were you?
That was like
He's still reading it.
35?
I was like 17 or 18 at that point.
Okay.
I think Zeppo Jones is the reason why I wanted to read it because he has the smiley face tattoo.
He told me when I was like 13 to read it.
Who did?
You and Joe.
Yeah.
Made me read it when I was younger.
And that's why you're as successful as you are today?
Helps.
Yeah.
That and V.
How long ago did you read it, Tiger?
I don't know. Probably. Well, I reread it recently, but first time I read it probably about 15
It was
years
part
ago.
of the book club, right?
No.
No? Is that on the list?
I'm not sure.
Really?
I read it like 5 years ago.
You guys have done a handful of Alan Moore books.
Yeah, we've done a couple.
Yeah.
We've done From Hell, I know.
V for Vendetta.
Everyone loved From Hell.
Most people did.
Yeah.
All right, so, but now how close is it? I mean, let's say we did like a scale of 1 to 10. Let's say that Watchmen is a 10 for you guys. Where's Dark Knight Strikes Again?
I never read Dark Knight Strikes Again.
Never read it?
No.
8 or 9.
Tiger?
7.
Oh, if we're talking
the first, the first one's a 10 in my book. The sequel's like it's 8.
Yeah, I can barely get
Yeah,
to the second. So watch
Strikes Again's weird because it has this very stream of consciousness feel.
I love.
All right, so now if it was the
Morrison.
first one, would it still be Watchmen for you guys?
Ooh.
That's why I chose the second one.
Well, like
No.
if it depends.
You know what?
No,
it depends
still
on
Watchmen?
No, it'd probably be Batman.
Really?
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm actually gonna say it
See,
would.
for me, then I'm choosing the first one.
Yeah.
I'd probably say it would still be Watchmen because like if I had to like top them, I definitely think Year One is my more favorite Batman story by Frank Miller.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I fucked up my English there.
I don't know because I have read the first the Batman Dark Knight Returns.
See, because Dark Knight Returns against Watchmen is an easier or.
It's not easier. It's a more classic argument.
Yeah, well,
almost.
it's also because Watchmen is kind of a critique on superheroes as a whole, whereas Dark Knight is a critique on Batman. So if you approach it from those two perspectives,
Or the simple fact that those are the two books that technically ushered in like the new age of comics. According
Yeah,
to
that
most
is the
stuff.
dark age, like the bronze, like the darker age of books.
Yeah.
If it was Watchmen versus the first Dark Knight, I would choose the first Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Because the whole what's the name of the pirate story in Watchmen?
Oh, I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, the Crimson Corsair?
That always that.
Curse of the Black Pearl. Curse of the Black
That-
Pearl.
No, that's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, anyway,
Too late.
that story in Watchmen.
And I agreed with him.
That story,
Yeah.
that story in Watchmen,
I
though
didn't know
relevant, still always like threw me out
That
of the
means it's
book.
time for another beer.
The first time I read Watchmen, I was told to read the book minus the pirate story, and then read the pirate story
Yeah.
itself, and then next time I read everything together.
Yeah.
And reading it that way, reading the pirate story in its own merit is it's a beautiful example of humanity and just the brutalness. And it actually reading it all together after reading them separately, it's such a depth to each issue of Watchmen, like message wise.
Yeah.
But overall, in a comic sense, just Dark Knight just grabs me.
Yeah.
All right, so now, because of
first Dark
Batman and Superman being in the Dark Knight, let's take the Justice League versus Watchmen. Team books. Who's winning as a team?
Justice League.
Yeah.
yeah, because they're organized.
Now, JL versus Squadron.
Well, yeah. Well,
This is the beer
which
match.
Justice League team?
Huh?
Which Justice League team?
Oh, God, I don't know. Pick your favorites. Let's see.
No, let's go with the big 7.
Or the original team. The original team didn't have Superman or Batman.
Marvel beats 4.
No, the original team
But I just said
No, it did not.
I said being Superman and Batman are involved, so obviously
I know.
I'm considering them part of
I
the
know.
team.
But the original Justice League did not have Superman and Batman.
I
But
believe Superman squads were
well,
larger.
Justice League still
The
wins.
first appearance does not have Superman or Batman in it. The original Justice League in their first multiple
Well, yeah,
appearances.
just when everyone says the original 7, they
I know.
Yeah, but it's still.
Captain America was in the first issue.
Yeah, the original Avengers don't have Cap in it, and the Hulk's part of it, so.
Superman versus Dr. Manhattan. Who's winning?
Superman.
No, Dr. Manhattan.
Dr.
Yeah.
Manhattan.
Okay.
The Beyonder comes out of the corner
Oh,
and goes,
yeah.
I don't like any of this.
Yeah,
Okay. You're right.
Dr. Manhattan just creates Superman.
Yeah, you're right.
He killed Rorschach, and Rorschach's the most powerful being in the world.
I love the Rorschach.
He might have created Superman.
Now, this one, I'm not sure if everybody's read both of them.
Okay.
I think a few of us have. I could be wrong. Maybe everybody did. Bottomless Belly Button versus Blankets.
I have not read either.
I
only read
did
Blankets.
not read Blankets.
I've
I read
wanted-
Bottomless Belly Button.
I've wanted to read Blankets. I've heard amazing things about it.
Blankets by Craig Thompson.
Yeah.
Bottomless Belly Button by Dash Shaw.
I think
Really read
Blankets is
Blankets.
better. I think one of my the one that read both of them.
I did. I read both.
Okay, what do you think?
I have to go Bottomless Belly Button.
I think Blankets is more of a full story. I think it's
No, I feel Bottomless Belly Button was full story.
more character development in Blankets, in my opinion.
I like Bottomless, but like I said, I haven't
Well,
read Blankets.
I can see Bottomless Belly Button has a little too much maybe whimsy for Tiger. Maybe that's why.
Not really much whimsy at all.
Didn't he pick that for the book club?
There's a frog-headed child in it.
Well, he's not really a frog.
He's a teenager.
Exactly. Well, don't ruin it for everyone. Spoiler alert. All right, so I know I was going out on a limb with that one, but
It was a good one, though.
all right. So Secret Wars versus Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Secret Wars.
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Secret Wars.
Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Have you ever read Secret Wars, Babyface?
Yes.
Okay. No, because I could see you being like, no.
I'm
Just
going with
set of-
Crisis.
I've Secret Wars?
No.
Oh, so you can't go with Crisis. You haven't read both.
I have most of the original issues of Secret Wars when it came out.
I said Secret Wars.
You read both?
Yeah.
It's just Crisis.
Yeah, Crisis for me too.
And Waffle?
I said Secret
Secret
Wars.
Wars? Okay. Why Crisis?
I haven't read.
Okay, Waff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't read Secret Wars in a long time, so it's not as fresh in my mind. Crisis has always stood with me. It's always been an important staple for DC for me.
Well, Crisis is also just such an ambitious idea that, you know, you're going to take this giant mythology that's been building over 50 years and then just completely destroy it and rebuild it.
Bunch of Marvel characters are thrown to a planet.
Well, for Crisis, it combined all of the DC characters into one Earth. So it led to, well,
That
besides the
established
52, it established everything that we had now.
It literally was like, to me,
And
it was first DC continuity.
Yeah, and he found a way to incorporate almost all of those, you know, 100 some odd universes.
Would Crisis have happened if Secret Wars never happened, being the first massive
Probably not.
crossover that happened in the company?
Which came well,
Secret Wars came first.
Well,
Secret
it,
Wars
it doesn't matter which came
It
first.
is,
Yeah, it's what's the better story. I mean, for me,
Secret Wars is the
that's
better
a
story.
tough one because
Better story, that's a different story.
Crisis was a little more poignant with some deaths. You
Yeah.
know, and where the Secret Wars, well, what the big thing was the symbiote.
Yeah.
Coming out of it in the black costume. You know, I mean, if you look at it that
When it comes
way.
to the universe-changing ideals, Crisis.
Yeah.
Which came first? Secret Wars came in '84 and Crisis was '85.
85, yeah.
Yeah.
And for Crisis, I always liked the main Crisis characters like Harbinger, Pariah, Psycho Pirate, the Monitors. You had the death of Barry Allen, and he stayed dead for 25 years. And then the death of Supergirl, and then just seeing all these other Earths die, like the Earth that Uncle Sam was from, and so on. And then the JSA and JLA's Earths getting combined.
Well, the fact that the Anti-Monitor, like, regardless of like version of anything, is still a present threat throughout the DC universe for like the next 20 years. Whether it be like, you know, Blackest Night or like anything.
So more than 20 years.
I do have to admit, it's probably been like 8 years since I read Crisis, and I reread Secret Wars less than 4 years ago. So Secret Wars is just fresher in my mind, story-wise also.
I should
So that's
reread
definitely
Secret
a-
Wars.
Yeah, you should read Secret Wars. Ed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should.
You don't need to know much more.
Yeah, Ed, you should read Marvel events.
Like Infinity Gauntlet, I could see you really enjoying Infinity Gauntlet, like itself, like the actual 90s event. I can see you very much so enjoying Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Look how adverse he is.
I don't read comics anymore.
Am I saying I know?
So now for the guys who chose Crisis on Infinite Earths, putting that against the first Dark Knight graphic novel, what would you choose?
I still would choose Crisis.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Super effective.
That's a tough one for me. I would probably go Frank Miller on that one.
Yeah, I would.
Crazy bastard.
I mean, I admit this plainly. I actually, I didn't finish The Dark Knight Returns until like almost like 2003.
Not enough guns.
Okay, but you still read it.
Just for what sticks around though, like I said, my favorite Frank Miller story is Year One, so I just by approximation.
But year one's so short compared.
Well, I mean, I think I have like 3 favorite Batman books because up to like 2002.
No, that's what I mean. Like Frank Miller all time. Your favorite Frank Miller book is Year One.
No,
it's
Batman.
my favorite Batman.
Okay, no, because you said my favorite Frank Miller. It's just a. I thought you just looked at you like, yeah.
Actually, thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
from a
very highly of other.
From a technical standpoint, in Dark Knight Returns, the way Frank Miller lays out a page, you have these very complex setups, but the panels themselves are very simple. And I just love the way he writes voiceover narration.
You should look at 60s indie books.
I need to reread Dark Knight Returns.
For complex.
You never read it?
No, I haven't. It's been a long time, so it hasn't stayed as fresh with me as strongly as Crisis.
I feel like this topic is really bringing Babyface down.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm not sad. We're talking comics. It's
All right,
fun.
next, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen versus Why the Last Man.
Why the Last Man?
I'm going with League.
See, that's another case of it's been a while.
I
since
love
I've read
Why.
League.
I
Remember,
love-
guys, everybody who's listening, this has no
Your
bearing
opinion.
on right.
Your
This is not
opinion.
one is better than the other. It's just
This is
They're
the
all
thing
good
where
books.
all of our listeners
Yeah,
go,
they're
why the
all
fuck is Ed on the
fantastic.
podcast? Because I haven't read League.
I haven't read League either. Actually.
Really?
I mean, like when I was
I saw the movie.
when I was thinking
No.
of this, I was thinking like basically like out of the winner and loser, the other one just disappears, and I'll never be able to read it again. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I was thinking of it. And I feel like
I'd have to go with League then.
I'm
satisfied knowing Y's story, but I would go back to reread League more often.
Right, like I want to reread Watchmen, you know, but at the same time I would love to read, you know, Dark Knight Returns. I think it's the reason why I put Strikes Again, because I don't want that to disappear forever, but, you know,
Strikes Again's okay advantage.
You know, for me, League, I could read League over and over again.
It's been a while. I gotta sit down and reread it.
I have to read it.
I could read Y again.
And why The Last Man is such a quick read. Those trades, I feel like I finished them.
Not if you're reading it when when the issues are coming out at that point. That's why it stuck with me for very long.
It's not a perfect book. I think League probably is.
Why isn't?
Why is a really good story? It's a really good little, long form story.
I'm not a giant fan of the ending to Y.
I love the ending of Y. The last issue is awesome to me. But that's tough. That's lots of endings for lots of books, so not everyone's going to about stuff.
I'm telling him, if HBO ever did Y as a TV show, Anton Yelchin would win like 12 Emmys.
Yeah, it would have to be like a big Nazi series, like
Game
of Thrones style episodes.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I feel like it was almost like Walking Dead for me in the sense where I can't wait for the next issue. You know, after every single issue, I was like, all right, cool. What the fuck's gonna happen next? You know, and I love Watchmen, and you know, I love all of Alan Moore's books. You know, I think my favorite of everything he's done is League. I think League is just.
I mean, that's probably the most. Outside of like the DC Marvel stuff, that's probably the most expansive universe that he built.
Yeah, America's Best Comics.
Yeah. In terms of his stuff, I can see him going down more for.
That's Top Strong too, right?
I love Tom Strong. Outside of
Promethea,
Tom Strong's probably my favorite, like Alan Moore little universe book.
Did you guys just fist bump
He gives
over
me a
that?
fist bump.
Yeah.
So you give me a high five when I did a joke before.
I can't do that. You
It's
don't
like
like
a
it.
90s buddies comedy.
Yeah.
Well, Waffles talked up League so much to me that I've always wanted to read it.
You've never read League?
Waffles mentioned certain points that
There's
just
back and forth. I
sound
mean,
awesome.
we have conversations that they're books that neither of us have read.
Yeah.
We're still shocked.
You have to read League.
I can see him honestly going down in
don't
history
have it in
more for
stock.
League than Watchmen. I mean, yeah, Watchmen's effective, but League is actually a very well put together story. You can tell he put a lot more effort into it versus his other stuff. Like, it was more like a complete epic.
Yeah.
So I can see him going down in history more for League.
Okay, so what?
I like how we're all
seeing if we had League in stock. We have the big hardcover, but not the complete.
sticking out.
Yeah, dossier.
We don't have the big blue book.
What's next, Taco?
Next is Brubaker versus Brubaker.
Brubaker.
Criminal versus Fatale.
Any criminal?
Oh,
Just
man.
criminal?
Any criminal.
Shit.
I mean, the criminal anthology versus the Fatale series.
I've only read the first and last criminals.
In my mind, that's like giving like the movie that made the actor. You know what I mean? And then watching his like accomplished film. And then trying and like you enjoy him in both.
I really want Tiger over here with this.
He's coming. He's coming.
Honestly, I've only finished the first trade of Fatale. It wasn't too long ago. But Criminal.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's Fatale.
I haven't finished Fatale.
The occult.
There are points in Fatale that just kind of fade. I gotta say, my favorite issue I've read of Brubaker's is the Fade Out.
Yeah, because have you read much? Or
Did you read Criminal? Any Criminal?
Yeah, I think I've read the first.
So for you, it's Fatale also?
No, I'd go Criminal.
Oh, you're going Criminal?
Yeah.
I like.
Is there, I know it's going to be an odd one, like, don't pull me out, but is there a reason you would choose those two over, like Incognito or something like that?
No, he just chose books. He said before there was no...
Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Because I really like that one.
I mean, I never finished Fatale. I'm going to choose Fatale because it was a full story.
What about you, Tiger?
Criminal, definitely.
Criminal, yeah?
Criminal.
Dig it. Now, with that, it's a caveat into just everybody who's read Velvet. I haven't read Velvet.
I love Velvet.
How does Velvet
Velvet's great,
how
too.
does that hold up? Because I haven't read it. Read Incognito. I've never read Velvet. And Velvet issue 7 comes in next week.
Yeah, Velvet's a very different type of story.
Velvet's more comparative to the Captain America run that he did.
Yeah, it's a spy thriller.
Yeah.
Big fan of spy thrillers, so I'm happy to see like Brubaker get into that kind of stuff.
I love Velvet. The art and the character are both great. The story is interesting because she's a secret agent. She's a secret agent basically, and she's on the run. She's being framed, and deals with.
What's his giggling going?
Yeah,
and
secret.
And she's not some young hot thing.
Well, yeah, it deals with an old lover of hers and just this whole conspiracy.
Yeah, their biggest secret agent gets murdered on a mission, and the fact is she's more dangerous because she's the person fucking.
A little bit of me feels like this is the script. He went, I have a really great Black Widow storyline. He went, no, and he went, fine.
I'll give her rogue's hair.
No, I genuinely felt that. It's not a negative. I'm not trying to detract anything from the book, but I felt like I have an old school, like with Bitter March, like an old times storyline, and they went nowhere in the production list. And he went, okay, can I keep my script? Yeah.
I have the first number of issues of Fatale and the beginning of Velvet. I enjoy better.
Yeah.
Like that movie would be perfect for Eva Green in about 15-20 years.
Oh, you could put Eva Green now.
No, she's too young.
I don't care. She's just hot.
Hi, Jamie.
Jamie Harper.
Sorry, Jamie just.
So Elliot stepped outside. Elliot walked back in, and as he was locking the door, Jamie just appeared out of nowhere and started knocking on the door. And now Jamie's here.
What's up, Jamie?
And Jamie's wearing a hoodie. It's really hot out. She's suffering.
You gonna question that?
But you're suffering.
Hi, Jamie.
He stopped to say hello.
Jamie
All right,
says hi.
I have one more.
Okay.
100 Bullets, Sin City.
Haven't finished either.
I haven't finished 100 Bullets, but it dragged me nowhere near as much as Sin City did.
Yeah. Sin City, just on a visceral level, that's.
I gotta go with Sin City also.
Yeah. It's something.
As much as I love 100 Bullets.
Yeah, like again, it's something to take away from Book A, but Book B.
Yeah.
I didn't finish 100 Bullets.
I'm caught in the middle on that one. I really love crime dramas, and each one brings a lot of shit to the table. Like Sin City, I love the character development, but 100 Bullets just has better story progression. I'm caught in the dead heat on that one.
But
what?
Back to hardball.
Fuck, I'm done using like.
You actually didn't choose
I'm done
anything.
using words and shit.
I'm gonna communicate in clicks and
Gentlemen,
grunts.
Tony will no longer be using words on the podcast.
Clicks and grunts, people.
He will only be speaking in South Park Asian.
No.
Oh, you're.
No, it's annoying. Because you look at me when you do it, too.
So is everyone else.
No one else is doing it. Tiger doesn't. Well, no.
Back to what you were at.
Tiger, you want to take over for a little bit?
There are a
Pretty
handful
fun.
of graphic novels I find myself reading over and over again.
Marcel.
I thought that too.
I feel like every month I find myself in my room reading either Parker the Hunter or The Hard Goodbye.
You need to get new books.
Yeah.
You need to get more books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Parker series is just ridiculous for anyone.
Well, the first Parker book is you can keep reading that like hour after hour. Yeah, you sit down, like, you could read it 6 times in 5 hours, probably more.
I feel like some crazy graphic novels that if I'm ever in my room bored because I have nothing to read, I feel like an idiot because I have 25 books to read.
I have a lot of trades I haven't read.
I like keeping that stack going, so I always have something new to read.
I just found my 2 long boxes of trades. Just gonna
The
be
first line of The Hunter is when a fresh-faced guy in a Chevy offered him a ride, Parker told him to go to hell. Like right there.
Hey!
Grabs you with the character.
Yeah, makes me think of Tiger.
I've discovered I need to stop reading while I'm in bed because I pass out. That's why I do my best reading in the kitchen with the brighter light. And I'm sitting at the kitchen table.
I'm just sitting on a couch like a normal human being.
I'll probably still fall asleep.
Couch is too soft.
Yeah, I can't fall
I
asleep.
don't know. Also,
Really, like you don't get that natural high of like trying to force yourself.
oh no, I do, but then I reread the same pages. I finally get to the end and just fall asleep. It's like, no, I have to reread this
fought.
And also, when I read in the kitchen, I have a whole procedure because I open up newspapers and I read the comics on the newspaper.
Who doesn't want the comics touching the table itself?
Yes. Exactly.
Jake with my Avengers 1.
Do you put on white gloves?
No, I just lay the comic down and turn it.
Tweezers?
Lets it lays?
No, that was like 30 episodes ago.
So?
Ooh, history.
I don't even
So
think
if you see
Damn
somebody
me,
licking
my
their
memory.
fingers before they turn a page reading a graphic novel or a comic, does it send shudders down your spine?
if it's not mine, whatever. It sends shudders down my spine if I see people like roll their comics like a newspaper, especially if they didn't buy it yet.
Yeah. I hate seeing, I don't know how I said I love, I hate seeing trades I've given to people going to this, like, fall into disarray. I gave my friend the first pocketbook of Strangers in Paradise. Like 3 weeks later, I'm in his car, and I look on the little shelf. back window, and it's just sitting there completely sun-faded, and the curves are all curled.
yeah.
I was like, how was that? He's like, I haven't touched it yet. We're like, bring it
But it's
inside.
destroyed.
That's like
what
if you
happens?
That's like if I were to hand back the DB Cooper game, it has nothing like scratch marks on the cover.
So like my friend took one of my omnibuses, and he came to my house with a towel, wrapped it in a towel, put it in his backpack, and went home with it. It's been sitting in a towel in between readings, so it's safe.
I lent
Like that.
a book to an ex-girlfriend once. I got the book back. The cover was the edges were all folded, and inside was a phone number written. A phone number was written inside on the first page. And it was like, you used my book to write someone's phone number down.
Did you call it?
No, but
Chelsea takes care of my trades when I go to trades, but CDs are out the window.
All right, so there was a Rolling Stone article that they did not too long ago about the 50 best non-superhero graphic novels.
Okay.
I'm just going to give you guys the top 10, and just say agree or disagree if you feel it deserves to be in the top 10.
Or if we've read them.
Okay, so number 10 was Persepolis.
Yeah. Persepolis was good.
I agree. Tiger?
Agree.
Number 9, which I agree wholeheartedly, Ghost World.
Yeah.
That should be in print.
Yes, it should be.
It's not in print, which is
How long's it been out for?
I don't know.
A couple years, actually. You don't think so?
It should be
Top 10.
There's a couple of Klaus books I'd rather in the top 10, but
Maybe like his 8-ball collections or something.
I haven't read Ghost World.
I
I
mean,
want
is
to.
there a Klaus book that you would swap it for, Tiger, or you think there's something better?
Not necessarily. I don't know if I would put any of his books in the top 10, but
Really?
Aw.
Wow.
Not even Art School Confidential.
Epileptic. Number 8 is Epileptic by David B.
I've never read that.
I don't think I read that.
I don't think I've read it either. I know. I'm pretty sure we have it.
I've stared at it on the shelves like every Wednesday, and I feel like I pass it and never give it a chance.
I read some of it.
It's a deeply moving story of a boy whose parents struggle with his brother's epilepsy in 1970s France.
Wow.
Number 7, The Invisibles.
I loved Invisibles.
Yeah.
Grant Morrison.
I never read that.
I think it's like the first thing I ever read by him that didn't involve heroes or some sort of existing property.
I love The Invisibles. I don't know if that's top 10 worthy, though.
no, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I can't say it being top 10.
They also covered like a
I'm
lot
curious
of
what the rest are going to be out that if you're hearing the Invisibles.
Well, the Invisibles inspired The Matrix.
Really? Yeah, that's right.
So did like Megazone 23, the anime, but you know, hear that shit.
Drugs.
But yeah, I mean, they also did a big article on him like a couple of years back, didn't they? I wouldn't be surprised if we see something of his in the top 10.
Number 6, From Hell.
Absolutely top 10. Should be higher.
I agree it's top 10 worthy. I don't know if I agree it should be
I
higher.
wonder if there'll be more than one Alan Moore book in the top.
I have it at home. I still have not read it.
Well,
I've had it
remember,
for
this
years.
is non-superhero, so don't expect to see Watchmen.
This is such a wide berth, though.
Legally counted that too, though, right?
No.
Kinda.
Probably. You know, they were like a kind of a super team.
Yeah.
Number 5, which I'm very glad to see him in the top 5 because I think it's very deserved. And if you haven't read any of his stuff, you really should fucking rethink your life. The complete Robert Crumb.
Ooh, yes.
Absolutely, I think it deserves to be in the top
You're a
5.
fucking crumb shit.
Recently celebrated a birthday.
That's why every time
I haven't read it.
Have you read any Crumb?
No.
we have Mr. Natural on the shelf.
Ed?
I've read a handful of Crumb.
Yeah. How do you feel about top 5?
It's fun. Yeah.
It's fine.
Like the complete Crumb volumes themselves.
It just says the complete Crumb.
Is that in print?
They're in print. Fantagraphics just started reprinting them actually.
Really
wacky
stuff.
to say the least. His album covers are awesome.
Still got one of them.
This is a book that I completely fucking. I honestly like. It happens so much. I think when we do for a living, that you read so many different things and you forget about certain ones, and especially when people come in and they ask for recommendations. And this one, I'm not even sure if we have this in stock or even if it's still in print. But Fun Home by Alison Bechdel. I don't know about. What's that?
I flipped through it.
I've heard of it.
I've heard of her, but I've never heard of that book.
It's a story about a father's closeted gay life. It's just fucking. It's completely.
They just came out with a musical that's called Fun Home that has that same premise.
Yeah.
I guess it's based on the book.
It might be.
You like musicals?
I do like musicals. No, my dad's told me about it.
It's just crazy how it affects the family. She really captured it.
Wait,
herself.
yes, wait. This is the play. That's the main character. Is her? Yeah, it is her because she's a lesbian who can. Her father just doesn't pay attention to her and can't connect with her, even though they should be able to. Her father kills himself.
She also used to write the comic strip Dykes.
Oh yeah, what a fucking spoiler, babyface.
It's a
number 3, Mouse.
Yeah, Mouse.
I would say that number 1 should be up there.
No, that Mouse is great.
Number 3.
I'm fine with being in the top 3.
Hell, if Wizard can put it like number 1 at the top of their list when they were a magazine. That's an insult.
This I think is brilliant, and I think it's visually stunning. I just don't know if it deserves to be number 2. Jimmy Corrigan, smartest boy on earth. Chris Ware.
Deserves top 5. I don't know about 2.
Yeah.
I think top 3, maybe 2. I think it's pretty fair to be up there.
Yeah, you think
I don't
so?
think it should be ahead of Mouse.
No, I don't think so either. To be honest with you.
I thought Mouse was gonna be 1, so I'm curious.
Yeah, what is it?
What's this
Shit.
series, Paul?
Eisner's A God Somewhere, or God Somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. That was like way higher on the list. I thought that should have been top 10. I think it was in like the top 30, something like that. And then number 1, which I was surprised is number 1, which I don't know if it deserves number 1. I love it, but Love and Rockets.
In the long form of it, I would. You know what? In the long form of it, I kind of agree with that.
You know, I think it's fantastic, but I don't know if I don't know if it should be. I feel like Mouse, you know,
it's too
especially when they put it as like the top 50 graphic novel.
Yeah, that's why
Love and Rockets is so much, you know, and then you can
It's like its own expanded universe.
Right.
Well, then there's the side, the mini hardcovers they've been doing there, movies, like old B movies remade. There's a whole the side universes.
Luba, Tie Girls,
There's Cage books involved.
Hector.
Yeah, it is all one.
No, I was just saying, like the long form of it is. I agree with that, but not in the graphic novel list.
Yeah.
If that was just stories.
I mean, a lot of the stuff that we're looking at here, aside from Crumb, you know, From Hell, Invisibles, everything else really came out just as single graphic novel
One and done.
format, and everything, you know, and Love and Rockets and the other ones came out as issues, you know. So I don't know if that's an argument to be made. You know, I think for some reason I think of graphic novel, I think of something that was written. It's a square-bound book, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas you know, Invisibles is trade paperback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's what I mean.
A series of trades.
It seems in the mainstream those terms have kind of become.
Yeah, you're never gonna get a top list.
You know, and they don't say Invisibles, you know, volume 1.
It's a whole series.
And several volumes, you know. So I mean, you can make a lot of arguments, but I mean, how do you guys feel about that list?
If you, but then, if there's so many things, if you're going to start going into multiple volumes, there's books that are completely ignored. I've said top 50. There's books I'm curious.
Number 11 was Alec, The Years Have Pants, Eddie Campbell. Number 12 was Hicksville.
Okay.
Number 13 was Tintin, Adventures of
Is there any
Tintin.
Chadwick stuff on there?
I don't remember.
That's like people like that start coming to mind then.
Any Lemire stuff?
Eggwood was there. No.
What about Stuck Rubber Baby?
Number 15, Uncle Scrooge, Carl Barks, which I thought was cool. That was it.
That's actually really cool.
Stuck Rubber Baby?
Nope. Which I right. Stuck Rubber Baby, I feel could honestly be in the top 10.
Yeah, that should be in the top 10.
Cerebus was 16.
Teenage Mars with issues.
But that again, there's 300 issues.
Well, I'm sorry, A Contract with God. Not God somewhere. A Contract with God was number 7.
But like now I really want to argue that because Cerebus.
You also the other thing to factor in. This is a Rolling Stone article, right?
Yeah.
So, you know,
They're not the end all be all, but they took their time to gather a list.
Pyongyang was 19. And which I honestly felt could have been higher was Charles Burns' Black Hole, which was 20.
Yeah, and
I feel like that could have been top 15. You think, Tiger?
No, I think it's about where it should be.
Yeah, you think so?
And I mean, we're kind of nitpicking right here. All of these are high quality books. I think that's all that's saying.
I hate Rolling Stone.
Akira was 21.
But that's going to start bothering me. So they're all like now there's these expansive series versus a volume 2, and then expansive series versus a volume 2.
Yeah. It's a good life if you don't weaken was 25. Freak Angels 26.
More analysis, Freak Angels.
Yeah.
But that was a webcomic turned into hardcover. I'm going to nitpick like facts.
Yeah. I read the first one. The first one
Preacher was 29.
That was an issue format first. In 60 issues.
I think it's still one of my favorite books.
Incal was 30.
Yeah, so it's not using graphic novel properly.
I just like the accounts who wrote it. First.
This is another really good book by Phoebe Glockner, Diary of a Teenage Girl. It was really, really good.
Small favors on that?
Small favors is
But I mean,
Mr. X is 32.
The thing to also, a lot of these may have been released as issues originally, but nowadays almost everyone's going to be reading them as a trade paperback. And a graphic.
Straight Bullets is 37.
It just makes me think that maybe they don't understand
Saga
graphic novels.
Straight Bullets one.
I guess Saga be on the list.
Yeah, I don't think Saga should be on the list. Sex Criminals is 39.
That makes no sense. Sex Criminals is up to issue 7.
Their definition of graphic novel is a little skewed.
Yeah. Sex Criminals is
Their
up
definition is anything in a bound format, pictures and colors.
I mean, to have Sex Criminals and Saga before, Usagi Yojimbo, which is 43. I don't agree with that.
Those shouldn't be on the list.
No, I think Saga should be on that list.
Absolutely not.
Sex Criminals shouldn't. Sex Criminals is good.
No, not with the body and stuff that's out there. I mean, Saga's unfinished. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
100 Bullets was 45. Onward Toward Our Noble Deaths was 46.
That's list is garbage.
Yeah. Joe Sacco comes in at 47 with Safe Area, which I can never say, Gorazdi. Is it Gorazdi? As soon as they put an accent above a letter, I get really confused. Berlin was 48, which Berlin was fucking amazing. Multiple Warheads is 49.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like 2002, wasn't it?
No.
So, and 50 was Puma Blues.
No Evan Dorkin on
Fuck your couch!
All that?
Fuck your couch!
There we go.
You should still read those books, though.
All right, so how many of us feel that on that list? I mean, we're saying it's bullshit, but do we really feel that Love and Rockets should be number one?
It depends on your
Out of the other books that are on that list.
I haven't read Love and Rockets.
I'm just saying, even the other books that are on that list, not going by whether they're novels or trades.
I don't understand the trade format for Love and
Me
Rockets.
personally, no.
It's going to be really stupid to say this, but this is book one.
I know, but we don't have book one.
In honesty, I wouldn't put it in
It doesn't exist.
I know, but
It's
I
very
thought
easy
it
to
was
go
out of
through
print.
Saga Love and
It's not in
Rockets.
print. We just don't sell it. No one
Oh, okay. Because we have so many other Love and Rockets.
The first task I was ever given at a comic book store was put those Love and Rockets books in order.
The sad fact, is that we sell more issues of Turok Dinosaur Hunter.
Then if a new like
Hey
Spinners
man,
came
it's a
out,
quality book. I bought that last
when
night.
like Spinners came out,
I'm not saying it's a bad book, but it's just.
It's true. It's no Magnus robot fight.
I mean, honestly, Wasteland is a really good book, and we get one copy.
that's one of the it's one of the best things that's been handed to me. It's just like a hardcover. Is the first Wasteland omnibus.
I mean,
There's
go on forever.
Only Press and Dark Horse hold my heart.
Only, I think, is really stepped up.
Only in the last since we've opened. Let's just say Resurrection. Remember how over Resurrection we were?
Actually, no. Only I'm going to say, honestly, in the last year,
Life
it's
yeah.
exploded. I mean, Letter 44,
Auteur.
Life After is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm giving an honorable to Boom Studios because they've actually come up with some really good stuff lately. Waffle turned me on to Damon, which is really good.
Damon's really good.
It's great.
There's a couple they released in the past 2 weeks that have been great. What do you call it? Cloaks just came out today. I thought was really good. What was something that came out like something that came out like 2 weeks ago was really good from them. I'm drawing a fucking blank on it.
Boom, or is that a different company? Boom put out like
I think that's what it
wide reach. Princess is on
Pony Press.
No,
Bunker. What's Bunker's Oni?
Yeah, Bunker's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, go read comics.
Hex. Hex. That was the one. Because it's written by the guy who does Damon.
Picks.
Oi.
No. Before that, commercials.
A crummy commercial? Son of a bitch.
If you ever find yourself in the tri-state area, give us a visit.
Why not? We're always here.
Every Wednesday, everything in the store is 10% off, and all #1 issues and first volume graphic novels are 20% off forever. Comic Book Jones has been nominated for the Will Eisner Spirit of Comics Retailer Award each of the last 4 years.
Damn right,
Not 5!
Love you,
If you
Will.
live in New York City and like buying digital comics, you should still stop by the store and tell Sacco why his family won't be eating this week.
It's because Will Eisner's dead.
But if you live somewhere else in the world, like California or Colorado or Calcutta, and you want to buy digital comics, just head to comicbookjones.com. Click on the digital store tab. There you'll find links to Comixology and the DC Digital Store, and you can buy your comics and help us out at the same time.
And links to stuff that was hacked in the cloud.
Uh-oh.
Also, be sure to check out our online store at cbjtransglobal.com. You can follow us on Twitter at comicbookjones, like us on facebook.com/comicbookjones, and facebook.com/WCBJ Radio Comic Book Jones Podcast. If you have any questions or topics you would like us to discuss,
Just ask Tiger.
Do it now.
The show email is cbjpodcast@gmail.com. That's cbjpodcast@gmail.com.
Do it.
If we read your email on the show, you'll get a coupon for 25% off your next CBJ purchase.
And it'll give you a Cincinnati bow tie.
Woohoo! The show's
Buttholes included.
The show's YouTube.
I'm sorry, not Ed. Shit pillows.
Assholes and elbows.
The show's
Shit
YouTube
pillows,
channel
Jones.
is youtube.com/WCBJ Podcast. Tiger, what events we got coming up?
I don't know. Waffle knows something going on.
September 27th is a big date here at the shop. We're actually going to be having a screening in conjunction with Tony's other job over at Nightcap. What they do is they have what do they do? They have a big screen in the parking lot. They have outdoor movies.
They set up a big screen and a projector in the parking lot. And a couple times during the summer we have free movies, which I've had to tell customers, not porn. We have free movies outside.
Imagine.
Some of the free movies have been.
Do the balloons get dragged outside?
Like the last one before it got rained out was Empire Records and Birdcage. We did 10 Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rocky Horror, we actually had like a full shadow cast. Some other stuff.
Who's we?
Dig it.
I guess.
Over there at the Nightcaps with him over there. So they got in touch with us and said, hey, why don't we do something in conjunction with one of your tailgates? And, you guys show a movie. So I have a tailgate for a movie that we're actually going to host, and people can come and watch outside. And the film that we picked was the original Batman 66 movie.
Yes!
So if you've never seen that on a large screen, it definitely will be a very fucking good time. So you come down, just like a regular tailgate. We might start it earlier. Stay tuned for that. And it'll be all the same fixings as a regular tailgate. But what we're going to do is anybody who makes a purchase during the tailgate will get a raffle ticket. That raffle ticket, you hold on to it, you bring it with you to the movie screening, and you have a chance of winning a $50 gift certificate if you attend both. So if you just come to the tailgate, get a raffle ticket, and you don't come, because that's where we're going to announce who the winner is before the movie starts, you have to show up to both. So it's going to be unique. It's going to be fun. And I actually am very, very curious if anybody has a costume. I could put together a costume to come as any of the 66
I'll be the
characters.
Wait.
Oh my God, Waffle! I will carry you over my head.
No, I will come in full Batman garb for that.
I want somebody to come as Surf Batman, with the trunks on and a surfboard.
Bettuzzi.
Wait,
Can someone come as the Joker in like sailor uniform?
That would be
when
great.
he's bringing like.
What if someone comes as a full-size can of shark repellent spray?
No, I think
Or
you should
as-
come, Tony, I think you should come as Egghead.
Commodore Schmidt-Lab.
Commodore Schmidt-Lab.
Commodore Schmidt-Lab. Or the Penguin as Commodore Schmidt-Lab.
I know. Actually, you should. Waffle, you should fucking do. No, wait. Ed, you should do
Catwoman.
No.
Oh, Miss Kitka.
No, I'm thinking of. I can't remember her name. She was a character that.
Canary in a tree with a machine gun.
She's just.
Ballpoint banana.
Hey! She's just a 66 character. Aunt Harriet. Ed should come as Aunt Harriet. And he should give everybody their raffle tickets with little white gloves on. And then he'll hold on to them in his little purse. And he'll pick one out when we get to the movie.
I would dress
What
up
do you
like
think, Ed?
Arnold Schwarzenegger from Mr. Freeze.
All right.
Pratt, the Scoutmaster.
Let's kill the dinosaur.
Don't be afraid to use your nails, boys.
That actually sounds like a 66 fucking villain, the Scoutmaster.
Can someone come as Disco Mummy?
Oh, that's from
You win a $45 gift certificate if you come as Disco Mummy.
Oh my God.
Tiger Wolf.
Disco
No,
Mummy.
he walked in, just stood
To
there
say
for
hi.
about a minute and a half, and then just walked right out.
Disco Mummy.
So honestly, I think it's going to be a really fun event, and if it goes over well, we'll do it again next summer.
Wait.
What?
So just to clarify, the party's here, and then you go over there.
And then we go over to Nightcap in the parking lot, BYOB, to the movie as well, and hang out and fucking watch Batman 66 with a bunch of other people who
Tony
dig
will be in the pegging booth all night.
it. Yeah.
You wish. Your fantasies end here, Waffle.
Tony will actually subtitle the movie in South Park Chinese.
We all have to go from here to there in flying umbrellas.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Tony being his usual position in the jerk room.
Wow.
I actually always thought that would be a
Raise
really
the
cool,
point.
like, comic book biker gang. The flying umbrellas. You know, a bunch of geeks who have motorcycles and love fucking old school Batman. Flying umbrellas. Don't make fun. You get gassed.
You're about to get a good old fashioned gang beating. Oh, chum.
Yeah, and like when they do get into fights, they're like, they like say underneath their breath, zap. Zonk.
Boom!
Yeah.
Doesn't dance anymore.
That sounds like
I remember the bats you see.
Oh yeah.
So many bodies.
Let's not forget our picks for next week.
Wait, Waffle, wasn't there another event?
I'm just waiting for details to get hammered out. I'm going to see if there's any.
Hammered out?
Hammered out?
Like Ed does with cocktail wieners?
Hammered!
All the wieners in his mouth.
No, I don't hammer them. I pop them.
How many cocktail wieners can you fit in your mouth, then?
9 minus 1 equals 8.
I never counted.
Yeah, this lighter, my lighter is about the size of it. Let's put this in over and over again.
I think I could fit a good dozen.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Can I ask you a question?
You heard it here first.
Why is Gelman to my left right now and not Babyface?
Yeah, seriously.
What happened?
We
Did
switched
you
Jew
lose
for a
bet?
Jew. We switched a half Jew for a half Jew.
There was an open chair. I got
Half Jew?
pointed. I was like, all right, open mic.
Gotcha. Mazel tov.
So let's put them in the same seat, make a full Jew.
On
Mayhaps.
September 17th, we should have Damian Scott, new artist on Ghost Rider, former Batgirl artist.
Oh.
He did a backup story, Spider-Man and the Brooklyn Knights.
Why are you saying we should?
Because I'm just making sure everything was cool, that he's still coming on the 19th.
What, you've been speaking to him?
I sent him an email today to make sure everything's
And what'd he say?
okay. I'm waiting for a response.
Oh, he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
That'd be
He just
very
started
cool.
the major Marvel book.
Yeah, that is a major Marvel book. A lot of Ghost Rider fans out there.
Ghost Rider.
Get your books ready. Bring your books from the 90s, too. What the fuck? Fuck them up.
He's done stuff- he's
Devalue
done-
your books by having the wrong guy sign it.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Waffle, what's your pick for next week?
Books! It'll be like if you send a signed book to CGC and it's not certified and it's like writing on cover says Stan Lee. Did you ever see that on the tab?
No.
I saw somebody online selling a CGC like 5.0 FF1 signed by Stan. It was PGX certified, like, signed by Stan Lee at Wizard World like last year. Because it wasn't a signature series, there's writing on the cover that says Stan Lee.
Oh, God. You know, I've
Spit in
honestly
the mouth
thought,
whoever owns CGC.
I've honestly thought about like having a signing where like we sit Waffle down and he'll sign whatever comic he writes. Yeah, I think that would be a fun signing.
Hey, Waffle, how's your George Perez?
That may be.
No, I'd sign Ted Williams on everything.
How about Rex Manning? Can you do that?
That may be the first day of our 7th anniversary celebration.
Wells
Just come
Fargo.
down to meet Waffle
No,
Jones. Bring all your comics. He'll sign them.
Sorry, that was Mietzig.
Music Danlo?
Yeah.
Danzig Danlo.
Manzig Danlove.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
No, you should just say to people like, "Who's your favorite scientist? Huh? You like Darwin? Charles Darwin."
Here comes math.
Exactly.
What is this, Avengers? Congrats. Today I'm Jean-Paul Sartre.
But we should put like Waffle featuring the Rockettes. You know, Rockettes coming. I just want to fire with Waffle face and the Rockettes kicking behind them.
Sure, if we ask Lauren, she'll be like, "I'll take a minute."
Yeah, exactly.
just to have it.
Yeah. Well, you come and sign dressed as a rocket with a giant headpiece on.
No, I'll make the Lebowski outfit. I'll just have bowling pins. So there's the bowling pins.
Also, we're looking for people who want to start the Comic Book Jones marching band. So if you do not have any idea how to play a certain instrument,
Come on down!
Come on down. Auditions will be held at Tiger's House September 16th.
The mobile timpanis have been filled.
Oh man,
About,
I gotta figure out how to attach my snare drum to something.
About an hour before we started, setting up tonight, I was looking at an online tutorial on how to play the spoons.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go, Ed. You're our spoon player.
I think that's why Ed's going to leave us. He's going to join Soundgarden as a new spoon guy.
The world holds its breath.
Shit pillows!
Come together with your plans.
Am I right?
Tony, what book are you looking forward to next week?
Shit, pillows come together in my hands.
Tony, what?
The ship
I asked him what book he was looking forward to next week.
Whatever comes printed and ready to read.
Let's see. What do I know of next week?
I'm looking for cover C of Grim Fairy Tales #7.
There's a bunch. There's a bunch more Futures End #1s which came out this week. Anybody read any of those? The Futures End 3Ds
Most
at
of them,
all?
yes.
Babyface.
Babyface read a couple.
Goodbye,
Let's welcome
Welcome back.
Let's welcome Babyface
Are
to
they
the show.
poignant? They making sense?
I read Detective, Earth 2, and
Green Lantern.
No, not yet. Grayson.
You read Green Lantern. You read it last
No,
night.
I flipped her. I didn't read
You
it.
bastion.
I flipped to then. I'm not up to date on Futures End. 18 came out today. I read up to issue 5, so I don't know if.
Oh, jeez, so you're useless.
No, but they're supposed to not entail what's going on in Futures End because it's supposed to be these some of these characters aren't even around, which makes no sense. But DC said that it's supposed to be where the writers think these characters will be in 5 years and possibly lead up to these events. I think that's bullshit so far of the 3 that I've read because I don't know if I can spoil things.
No, spoil.
Okay,
Alert.
Grayson works backwards. The beginnings to end. The very end of the issue is literally him with his parents.
About to do the trapeze act.
Exactly.
Right
It
when the
goes
ass is
completely back.
hitting the wall.
But the very first page, Dick Grayson dies. So 5 years from the New 52.
So it's
Dick Grayson
actually dies.
Did
He
Quentin
actually dies.
Tarantino write this?
No.
Okay.
I thought Earth 2 was very bad. And Red Tornado's on the cover. Red Tornado's in 2 panels. It's all about Mr. Terrific. I thought it was just a very bad issue. Detective was a Batman Riddler story, but it was okay.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Death of Wolverine was pretty cool. Death of Wolverine also, I feel, keeps up what I said that sometime at Marvel recently someone went, bring back some villains.
Yeah.
Drink up some rights.
Yeah. I read Captain America today, and all I'm saying is I have no idea how the Falcon is going to become Cap.
No, that was a bleeding cool article. It was like the most
no clue.
anticlimactic, spoiler ending of a issue
exactly.
ever.
I have no idea how that's going to happen.
No, they put up an article just to let you know, Sock was the last page, and then the promo image of him as Cap. It's like, I wonder what happens.
That'd be really awesome. Like all these artists and writers just went out of their way and drew everything like 3 months ahead. Like this character's gonna be this character, and then in reality, it's like, no, we're just screwing with you.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Like 3 months worth of projects and like images where it's like cut and paste, and it's like, yeah, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen.
No,
And
Marvel,
it's
even in interviews and stuff, have been hinting at a reboot just to like fan flames. Like someone asked Axel Alonso about like Avengers, like Young Avengers characters, and he's like, "Oh, we have an idea for them that's like Young Avengers and Academy, but nothing like those books. It'll happen after the I just can't say anything else. Like did that in an interview. Like I will come after the It's not gonna happen.
bastard answer.
Time runs out.
The bastard answer.
Yeah. No, Marvel prides themselves on not having to do that right now.
Right.
They just like to go back in time and add jobs to people.
Very quickly, I'm going to bring something back from past podcasts. Waffle, what's a comic right now that you feel people should be reading more of, and we have way too many issues of #1?
Maybe Undertow.
Undertow? Babyface.
Strangers in Paradise Kids was really good.
Strangers in Paradise Kids?
Yeah.
All right. Tony, think of a sale code.
Only Living Boy.
No.
A sale code?
Wow.
Only Living Boy?
I don't know what that means.
I thought you listened to every podcast. Ed, help him out with a sale code.
I'm gonna hit you with a chair and pee on you.
What was that? Help him out with the sale code. Remember when we used to give codes like Wang69?
Oh.
You know he just stood up and like
Shadow 83.
Shadow 83.
If we're doing a sale code, I'm changing my #1 to low.
Low? low number 1 and waffle. What?
It's an
low
undertow.
comics
Undertow.
and undertow.
I'm
All
going
right, so,
fade out in there.
so low undertow, fade out, and you're saying only living boy. All right, so
the
pay attention.
I know exactly what the sales code is.
Okay, so it's low, undertow, fade out, and there's one of the only living boy. All right, all issues of those books. If you say this code, Ed,
Cincinnati bow tie.
if you come in and say Cincinnati bow tie, those issues are 25% off for you of those books. So you got to listen to the podcast. You don't listen to the podcast, you don't get the fucking savings. All right? Waffle, you looking at pictures of your girlfriend?
No.
I was kind of hoping the Kobe shit pillows. Just so we get those random, like, 12 or 13-year-old listeners come in. It's like, hey, what can I get you? Shit pillows!
Listening to this, actually, there probably is.
No, I'd much prefer the reaction of, like, a regular customer and some random person, like, Cincinnati bow tie, as they hand us a stack of books, like...
You know, Mark Haggart's going to come and take advantage of it, but then he's going to say, no, I don't want any of the books.
And then he's going to go bang!
I feel like he doesn't actually talk to us.
All right, so
anymore.
those
He just
books
says late
again
69.
Throw me a undertow.
Low.
The only living boy.
Fade out.
There you go. And I'm going to throw in, let's see, what shall I throw in? All
Big
right.
nerve.
I'm going to throw in Damsels in Excess.
Ooh. I think we have one copy.
What about some...
Hey, so you better get here fast, kids.
Ow.
All right, so Damsels in Excess is thrown on the pile. Ed, you want to throw something on there?
Yeah, sure.
Sound too enthusiastic, man.
What are you throwing at?
Let's point at Supreme Blue Rose.
Do we have any bagpipes for sale, man? 25% off.
Tony's self-esteem.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Tiger.
Tiger stole mine. I was going to say fade out. But you changed yours.
So you can corroborate with Tiger if you want.
Corroborate.
But is that something else that you
Corroborate
did?
evidence.
I mean, the thing I'm reading right now that's kicking is Trillium. That trade just came out.
Ed doesn't read comics anymore, so we can't pick a book.
Ed reads Parker. Ooh. Well, fancy.
Ed works in Westchester and asks his coworkers, "Are we having fun yet?" all the time.
Co-worker offered me a ride. I told him to go to hell.
No, Ex-Con. I just read that today. That was pretty good.
Ex-Con, which, by the way, Ex-Con, folks, if you come in and take a look at the cover of Ex-Con, throw a pair of glasses on him, a scruffy beard. Tough Tony is Ex-Con.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I pointed that out yesterday.
Like I said, don't give him any confidence. Fuck you.
He's really not that good looking, Tony.
Whatever. Tim Bradstreet drew the cover.
That's good enough for me.
Inside Art's completely different.
Okay, I think we're pushing it. It's starting to get to that time.
I'll tell you what's pushing.
Real quick, you want to go around the room with a pick for next week?
I don't know what comes
Holy
out.
shit!
No, done.
Batman Eternal! Future's End!
Walking Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead wins.
Auteur Volume 1.
Huh?
The first trade of the Auteur comes out next week.
No, it doesn't. No, Ed.
You
It
are
doesn't.
You're a liar.
Did you look at our list? The actual
Once
list
again,
of
read
things that are
our
coming out?
invoice.
You don't post that.
Yeah, tomorrow. Wait for it.
No.
Fine.
I'm sorry. It's just this is why we inform our customers all the time. Don't look
At the internet.
at the internet and what is solicited, because a lot of stuff does not come out on the week when it's supposed to.
Dates are pipe dreams. From
There's
those
even
companies.
stuff on Diamond that is listed to come out September 10th, and it doesn't. They're not even releasing it. It's not even on the invoice.
There are items that are still like to be shipped that say coming out in the middle of August.
Yeah.
So,
You really can't go by that stuff. Because, you know, man, if Auteur was coming out, we'd be psyched.
It could not. Maybe.
No, it's not.
I don't know. I'm just fucking around.
You see how you scum.
Yes.
but
I like compared to Scott. Compared to Sock.
I would like to thank our studio audience.
Oh, you're not going to pick something else?
thanks to the audience.
Thanks to the audience.
Hey, thanks to
You're
camera
the
I
guys.
want to thank Elliot and Aaron for
Our new
being
camera
our
crew.
Yeah. Take it. You're out of camera. You're down to nothing.
So now,
Look at that. Press up.
The vote is on. Go onto our YouTube channel. Watch next week's episode. Compare it to Kenny Sheeb the Heeb's camera work. And only his camera work. And let's vote him off the island.
And, all 6 episodes worth.
Tell us which new cameraman you like better.
Hold on. Kenny said he voted himself. No, you didn't. You have a camera that's broken that you haven't taken the opportunity to go and find out if it can get fixed. You said to me outside, I'm just too lazy.
You lazy bum. Do you even have a job? No. Oh, you got a job.
He does.
Oh, I thought
Ready to pounce.
Yeah, he's a fluffer.
Oh, okay.
Kenny Gelman, the adventure begins.
And this is going to be the last episode that my sister will listen to while she's in London.
Why?
She's coming back next Wednesday.
Oh, so will she listen?
Maybe we'll finally meet her.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've met her. She's been in the store.
I've never met her.
I've met her once.
Maybe she's not that memorable.
Christmas gift. Your sister never bought you a Christmas gift.
I met your sister once here.
Did she?
Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. So to make sure. I'll get on.
She actually she sent me some very interesting British comics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like what?
This samurai monkey. Oh, it was a monkey chef book. That was really fun.
That sounds cool.
It was an issue of 2000.
Waffle right now is going through his brain saying, "Monkey chef, monkey chef."
Sounds good.
No, I looked really.
I know nothing of this monkey chef.
A lot of different film. A lot weird small press.
Bring them in. Let us see them.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because you all hate small press stuff.
Yeah. We hate comics.
Big Monkey Chef is too vague to Google.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.
Small press is king. I mean, look at the T-shirts around the room. We got Mr. Natural. I got a Mike Bracco creation.
We got
Babyface
the smallest of presses.
Tony has Captain America. Tiger has the New York Rangers. I love that comic.
Oh yeah.
It's like fucking slapstick.
The mightiest team of them all.
So you know, there's a comic actually just called Monkey Chef, and it's probably by an American.
Oh.
The first page has 2 panels of a man sticking his tongue out and a monkey sticking a longer tongue out, and then him walking away sad saying, "I hope he learned his lesson."
Oh,
It's the first fucking page.
She might have faked you out, Ed.
That's not the book I read, though.
Oh, well, this looks like a better book.
I'll bring it in.
That looks incredible. That almost looks like Zeppo's artwork.
A little bit.
Yeah.
No, the thing
Tiger's like, yeah, great. Can we just sign off?
Yeah. While we're still talking. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Tell all your friends about us. Have fun.
Ass and titties.
WCBJ signing off.
Woo-woo.